else I can do? I need niggas to feel this shit through their speakers. You hear me, dog? Checkity, Mike, checkity. It's your boy Word, back on the Damage Control podcast where the damage control. Back at it again with a new episode. Feels good to be back in the building. What episode is this? What episode is this? Here we go. People laughing so much, it don't even feel like a regular episode because we got our guy back in the building.
You already know what it is.
You always say the episode. You gonna put that on me.
Now, anyway, I know the episode. This is episode 6.
Man.
So far, we have had who we had? We had
Tory
Jay Way to
Deshaun.
open it up.
Yes.
Tory Deshaun. Late Night Drive. Thiz.
My boy.
And no, we on 5 then. Nic Moss.
Let's
we
go.
on 5.
Right,
Nice.
so 6 is not out yet.
6 is not out yet. That's why I said 6.
Yes.
Right. See, all this is dated.
This
I'm going to
is-
have to chop. I forget. See, when you're shooting in the past to drop in the future, you got to make sure your mind right. Look at all this stuff down there. I mean,
I'm trying not to look.
anyways,
silly,
man, look, it feels good to be back, man. Technically, this will be number episode 6. You know what I'm saying? We got Nic Moss back in the building. Tina Carter still on my right.
What's up?
How y'all feeling, though? How y'all feeling? You know what I'm saying?
It's a special occasion.
It's a special equation. Should we
Hey,
get some
I'm back
hand
with my
claps for that?
family. I'm back
a nigga
with my
said
family.
a nigga said occasion. What the hell is that?
Occasion. You said equation.
Equation and occasion put together.
That shit sound like fireworks in my headphones. It's a special
They
occasion,
know what
man.
it is.
Nic Moss is back in the building. What's popping on my G? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great, feeling good.
you feeling,
back
man?
with the family, and you know, I feel at home.
Back with the family.
I feel at home.
Feels good, man.
But it's been
OKC
a
been
year?
treating you right. How long it's been?
Almost 2.
So when was it, bro?
When I moved,
Yeah.
it was December 3rd of 2021.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So about a year and a half.
Year and a half. Yeah.
Time is flying.
Time is flying, man. OKC, man. Tell us about that, dog. I never been. Oklahoma City, I got ties there with my boy Russell Westbrook. That's the only thing I got.
Right.
Outside of that, what's popping though, man?
I mean, for real, it's a cool place, but it's black and white. I think it's mellowed out. It's like Denver, Colorado, but you know, Denver, Colorado is still my safe haven. Shout out to Denver, Colorado.
Oh yeah, you
But
got a lot of good things to say about Denver, right?
Man, I love Denver.
Yeah, I ain't never been yet.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. You'll be able to just
Zen out.
I swear to God, you know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest thing for me when I go to OKC, and you know, beyond the money and shit like that, it's just the peace. We don't have to look over our shoulders. You can go anywhere you want to. It's extremely diverse, but at the same time segregated. So they all have their own different like vicinities of where they live, but everybody is it's super inclusive. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place.
That's what's up. Man.
And shout out to Oklahoma for having the most black-owned businesses there. They support black-owned businesses, black people. Period. It's a lot of money that funnels through there to black people individually, bro. So
Never knew that, dog. Speaking on the business, man, can you tell us anything about what do you call it, dog? I keep on calling it dispensary, but it's not that, right?
No, so it's a grow. Cultivation.
Grow cultivation. All right. Inform me and inform the viewers for us if you don't mind.
So basically what's going on, I'll give them a little background. So I was one of the original people in this bitch, you know what I'm saying?
He looking on this camera. You everywhere, man.
Man.
This nigga.
Get on home, you know what I'm
This
saying?
camera is took him off, man.
Oh, God.
Nah,
So-
go ahead, my G.
So, but no, like went to a seminar. It was a cannabis seminar with my cousin. Shout out to him, Sal.
Yep. Shout out, Sal.
All right. Yes.
He back in the
Will.
city, right?
Yeah, he here too.
Yeah,
You
I thought he was
shout
gonna
out
pull
my
up.
cousin Wesley, Kyra.
Shouts out, shouts out, shouts out.
Man.
Shouts out.
And that was because of open heart, baby. You know what I'm saying? They ready open heart.
Shouts out,
that
shouts
shit is
out.
different. That's some real love right there. Like that's some real love, and I was
You
loved.
just clicking any sound effects. It
It was a pleasure seeing that shit. That was everything.
Yeah.
The growth. But So when it comes to, we went to a seminar, cannabis, you can go out there, get a cultivation license for only $2,500. You say you go here, it's $26,000. You go California, it is like $1 million, right? So again,
Ooh, mercy.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So when we seen that opportunity, we had to seize it. $2,500, had to get our property and do some more shit, right? And now we have a grow cultivation to where we are growing cannabis and selling it to only businesses. So it's a B2B. We cannot sell to individual people unless we had a dispensary, right? So we sell to processors, dispensaries.
So y'all like the wholesalers, to speak.
We don't wholesale. We are the wholesalers. You're right. Exactly.
Yeah.
We are the wholesalers, bro.
Okay.
But we can only sell to, like I said, businesses. You cannot sell to.
Can't sell to individual people.
But
much.
you can be in events. You can market it. So say if you got pre-rolls, buds, people can try it out at these certain events.
Okay.
Hey,
So
festivities.
like you could
is
pop
lit.
up as a vendor. You saying almost.
Yes, it is a
Okay.
vendor. You know what I'm saying? And you can pop up, bruh. And I'm telling you, the culture though, they are trying to make it more corporate, but I think they're pushing back on it because the culture there is amazing. Like I said, when it comes to events and things of that nature,
Yeah,
bro,
it's
people
almost.
it's lax.
I'm
It's
trying to
open.
understand. Like I almost wouldn't even want cats to turn it into like a corporate type of experience.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I'm all about balance. I think having the rules and regulations is needed due to so they have this thing just to give people a little knowledge for real. It's called metrics. It's a seed to sale system, right? And with that seed to sale system, a lot of people hate it, but for me, I come from baking. I understand like the system and why you have it. If I'm able to track exactly who this has been through, what they have done, what the test looked like, and if something happens to this individual, I have this system to be able to track where it came from.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So I feel like the culture, they like to back away from all the rules and regulations, but don't understand the importance of why that is really is needed. You know what I'm saying? So therefore I feel the balance. Now when they say culture and like how you sell it, culture and what we're able to do with it, that is different. Now don't do all this other shit that the corporate world is doing. That's when you stay to the streets of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's something we learned, and this is another gem. Sal and I, we spent like $10,000. So we had our grow already.
Okay.
We had to get this transportation license, but we were thinking transportation would be moving like, say, if you are a plug, right, and then you have your. That's the only way I can articulate. So, say if you are the plug, but then you have your miniman, right, like that, moving the streets for you to sell it. You know what I'm saying? We thought that's what our transportation license would do, but it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? We cannot white label. We cannot take their stuff and packages as our own and then rebrand it and sell it to another dispensary or individual people. You can't do that at all. So it was really a waste of time also because our grow or any other license has a transportation license with it. So it cancels out the entire reason of why you have a transportation license. If you follow that, it's a waste of time. Do not spend $10,000 on that bullshit. We wasted $10,000.
That's honesty though.
Yeah.
Right there.
No, but
that's transparency for sure.
Yeah.
Not to fuck up because through this journey it's been crazy and
Trial
I'm not
and
gonna
error.
lie. You know what I'm saying? At all.
So what's the name of it for cats to know?
Deep leaf rooted.
Deep leaf rooted.
Deep leaf rooted.
Deep leaf rooted.
Leaf
Spelled all correctly the right way.
Deep leaf. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Deep leaf.
Yeah.
IG or what we doing?
Yeah, we got one, but
Under construction.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
All right, man. It's officially launched, or y'all just in relationships behind doors
No,
right
it's
now?
launched. We got it going. It's growing right now. We have a whole bunch of teenagers, a whole bunch of clones. These are plants that are like in mid stage, right? So we're about to put it in flowering stage to where now we're gonna start budding and then just harvesting it and
Wow,
selling
that is
it.
crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta see it.
man.
Y'all come to OKC,
Yeah,
you gotta
we
see
gotta
it.
get some.
It's huge. It's huge. But it's been a process.
Big noise, man. Looking out for that deeply leaf rooted, right?
Yes.
Deeply leaf rooted.
Deep leaf rooted.
Deep leaf rooted.
Yes.
I get it though. I get it though. Like deep leaf rooted. I get it.
Right. Deeply. I mean,
and I
because you
thinking
thinking about the
play
roots.
out the word. Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I keep saying that.
God.
Nah, man. Excited for that, man. That's dope. You documenting a lot of that, so you gonna kind of get behind the scenes footage coming up with that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, we want to show people just this entrepreneurship shit is not what
entrepreneurship.
shit.
I'm with that.
Not what it is all
Cracked
spoke up to be. Yeah. Exactly,
on
bro.
social media and
it's a lie. You know what I mean?
Man.
Because
I'm so sick of seeing all them
nobody
videos.
wants to share the losses, only the gloss and the glamour.
I
and
love the
wins.
losses. Yeah.
So that's dope of you and Sal to be able to show the whole process.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there came to a point because we started another business out there. So we also in the transportation business, not in marijuana, but transportation side, logistics, moving high end furniture. And that was an accident. And the way that happened, this is why
It was an accident that you had made that company. You saying
we weren't down there to do that.
Right?
You know
I know
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
You feel me? You know what I mean? We talked about this, bro.
Yeah, but it turned out to be something that was pretty.
That
lucrative.
was the most lucrative motherfucking
right.
business that we jumped into, and that saved our fucking lives. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy,
man. So we moved there December 3rd. In January, I had money saved up, but shit happens. We have to put more of our individual, our money into the business, and that wasn't supposed to happen either. So we had 2 weeks left until we had to pay rent, $1,300. I'm like, man, dude, nigga, how we gonna pay this rent? We had no money to pay rent at all. So what Sal and I did, I was like, nigga, we got a box truck. I'm gonna use some of these skills that I learned from 9-to-5s. Shout out to your 9-to-5. You know what I mean?
Shout out.
Because those 9-to-5s teach you exactly how to run a business if people really pay attention to systems.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what happened was I started creating a book of business. I started creating an email list, and I started dialing, doing a lot of outgoing calls to different retail businesses. And we accidentally tapped into this. Shout out to a company called Grain and Grange. They have completely saved our life, and we became their main delivery company that takes care of their furniture. And they trust us with everything. I mean, we go to Texas, we go to Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri. You know what I'm saying? We ship it everywhere, and we make a lot of fucking money off of it. And
Big
it was
noise.
God, nothing but God. Nothing but God, bro. For real. And so what happened was from then on, it becomes a referral, and then you consistently do what you did in the beginning, those emails, those outbound calls, you know what I'm saying? And then that built our business to where now we deal with estate sale companies. And another mid-century, shout out to my boy Joe, Remodern OK. We became his main client to handle his delivery. We just went to Arkansas the last week, you know what I'm saying? So we're just building this pipeline, and then I end up doing intense research on, and if I'm talking too much, bro, let me know.
No, you good, bro.
But I end up doing intense I've never done research the way I did. I end up creating a fat ass business plan, right? Hella pages. And I realized that, and this for black people in transportation, white glove delivery, because after the pandemic, what happened was everybody shot to online sales, right? For furniture specifically, and it became more convenient.
I work in furniture, so I know.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So you do understand.
All three niggas in here working furniture.
Oh God! Oh God!
Not anymore, but I definitely know how it is.
I understand.
You feel me?
I understand it was rough.
So so because of that shit,
Three furniture worker niggas over here.
But that's people don't understand. That's where the money is.
It is.
It's $250 billion within the United States, right?
Yeah.
And when you hear that number, bro, it's like, okay, I need a piece of that. And I was like, how do I get a piece of it, and how do I stand out? So there's a thing called last mile delivery, white glove delivery, right? Last mile is people that do, the logistics, freight, you going across country. The problem is people like to just drop it off right off your front step. Right. I mean, doorstep.
White glove, it actually brings it in, sets it up.
Come on, you assembling it, you placing it exactly where they want it. That's pure customer service. Customer service is what's going to lead anything in any business that you get in. Smile at their ass, make sure you dress professional. Everything else would, take over the way it needs to take over.
And people are willing to pay for it. That's why sometimes it's an extra delivery charge on
top
of what you pay for furniture.
Yes.
Because if you come in and set it up for me, that means that takes one less stress off me that I already have in my life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those convenience fees is what kills, actually. That's the everything right there. Because, so what we learned is that people, no, for real though, that's a real ass shit. So what we learned is people make.
You've been working in furniture, and but she gave you a 1 to 10 step by step with that stuff, baby.
But this shit can teach so many people
white glove service is where
boom,
it's at.
it's where it's fucking at, bro. I mean it. And it's crazy because people don't understand the pandemic, even though that bitch was the most depressing shit that people have went through, and some people made a lot of money, right? But it opened a whole nother opportunity for people that they just do not know what is really going on. And if you tap into it and just type in something like what the pandemic actually, you know, affected when it comes to business, I bet you might see a lot of different shit, and you'll be able to figure out how to maneuver through this economy now. And it's going to continue to change, but look that shit up, y'all, because right now a lot of people don't want to work, but that means something, right? What does it mean? That's something that I would think about. So,
you ain't gonna give him that, Jim.
Nah, look at
You can't. Niggas gotta put in their own work for so much, man.
You say that, you hear me? You say that all the time, boy. Y'all niggas look that shit up.
I'm about giving niggas, you know, the tools, but I ain't gonna make the tools work for you. You know what I'm saying? For sure, dog. But open heart, dog. What's popping with that, man? That's coming back around. What we doing? Man. We trying to dock all off your big mogul stuff before we get into this other shit. You see what I'm saying?
It's nothing, bro. Just trying to take care of it.
God did.
Amber, this nigga, I'm picking any sound effects I can do. I need niggas to feel this shit through their speakers. You hear me now? Amber been sipping, boy. Woo! Nah, what's up?
Hey, you see my shit going.
Right, this shit going. This shit
was Kool-Aid.
We gonna have to take a break.
Bartender?
Hell yeah. See the Carter show out here, you know what I mean?
Shouts out to TC on the only
She
drink.
mixed that shit up well.
Call this the show.
Ams.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. She want
Let's
them.
go, sis.
Give us some hand claps. Look at it. What's going on, Ams? We gotta know you back there. What's going on, Ams? All right, people barely heard me. The claps was still going on. Ooh, she's a myth on this podcast.
Y'all niggas gotta let me interview y'all too, boy. Y'all niggas is a fucking.
Hey, you already didn't you? Was it somebody else interviewing us?
No, we did.
Oh, was you? Yeah.
But now I want to interview.
Niggas want a new interview.
It's crazy.
I was out of town.
You wasn't there?
You want to be?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If they had a part two of
Let
that
me
interview.
do it.
Nah, CC's crazy. Nah,
The open heart and chills was nice.
Open heart, man. What's up, though, man? Is it coming back around?
Yes, actually. During this process, y'all, I kind of, you know what I'm saying, just was going through shit like, you know what I mean, like not being able to tap into what I feel I'm good at, you know what I'm saying, what I'm naturally, you know what I'm saying, feeling myself at. So, recently, and I'm not trying to jump, but yes, we finna start this summer. We kicking it back into gear, and we'll let people know.
Okay. For the cats that don't know what open heart is, Doc, how do you explain it? I would kind of, but I want to hear from you.
Break it down.
So Open Heart Productions, some multiple things, you know, put together. We create plays, but also what we're known for, I feel the most, is our discussion panel that talks about relationships and mental health. Our focus was within the Black community. It still is, actually, to be real with you. We ain't striving to get away from that at all. I feel like that's something that we need. And yeah, you know, we kick it, chill, smoke, drink, whatever it is, and we have some good ass talks about some real ass shit. Hopefully that everybody can, you know, understand that there's a space for them to be themselves and be able to learn from each other and use it in their lives as they see fit from other people. So we just communicating. That's lit. That's it.
Zersky, make sure y'all look out for that, man. This summer, Open Heart.
Oh yeah!
Look, you done fell in love with the air horn. I mean, you air horning us out, baby. This title of this episode
I ain't
gonna
pressing that button.
the title of this episode gonna be called Air Horn. How much you done hit that bug?
Come on now.
Yeah, man. But yeah, make sure y'all look out for the Open Heart, man. Is there anything else you want to talk about personally as an interview style before we get into these other topics? I got other shit, but it seemed like you ready to get to the other shit. You see what I'm saying?
I'm ready for anything. You already know what it is.
Man.
You know what it is. Come on,
before we get out of here, man, life as a father, man. How's that been for you?
That's what I want to know.
Life as a father.
Yeah,
that
man.
shit is interesting. I think it's the best thing that happened to me though. It actually affected me when it comes to my artistry. But life as a father, I've learned how to just be a lot more responsible and prioritize as a man. You know what I mean? These are little human beings.
Yes.
Real human beings.
Little human beings, right? No
that
kizzy.
are fucking looking at their daddy like, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no longer can be like, what do I do? I got to figure it out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to simple things like waking up, telling them to brush their teeth type shit. You know what I mean? Simple things like walking to school, checking their homework. You know what I mean? These things, it's teaching me management, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just about, you know, just life. And they have their own individual personalities. I have a girl and a boy, you know? So my little girl, my boy is easy.
Right.
But he's not easy, but he's easier than her. And that's a good thing because I'm learning. My daughter, I'm learning so much more just about the woman, period. You know what I'm saying? And how they think, why they think the way they think, and just how to nurture it and understand, to be open and understanding of it. Because me and who I am, I'm just I kind of tend to not say I don't give a fuck, but I'm more of a logic thinker, and I think due to what my baby girl goes through, it's caused me to digress a little bit and really just be patient. And I love my babies, man. They're teaching me a lot. Like,
man. Make some noise for the kids.
Shout out to them.
For real. Shout out to my goddamn babies, bro. Real talk. I love them to death. Yeah.
Shout out to fatherhood and men being in their kids' life. You got everything over there going in?
I like it. I like the beat. I heard Tony Braxton, the sample.
Hey, niggas trying to be Joe E. Hey, niggas trying to be Joe E. Queens flip at the same time on the bus. You know what? We gonna start there. Mic checkity, mic checkity, mic checkity. We back live in this bitch. A whole bunch of gang shit.
Whole bunch of gang shit.
Yeah, nah, we gonna start that though, man.
Oh yeah.
Joe Budden, #1 hip hop media.
That's huge.
Person in the world.
Do I
Make
agree
some
with
noise for Joe. Oh yeah, we gonna get into that.
Can I say,
What you got for us?
I love the new addition from the lady.
I do.
do.
Melissa Ford, shout out to her.
I have literally kind of grown up on her, seen her evolve from videos to modeling to everything. So to see her on there going toe to toe with the men, I get it, sis. I'm proud of you.
Hold on now. That was a little indirect shot at us.
I was about to say, why I gotta get sexist every time?
Men say some crazy stuff and it be like, we have to come and gotta
cover it. Yeah, okay. Nah, I do like the new additions.
I love her on there. I
Melissa Ford. Nigga said Floyd. Melissa Ford. Yeah, I like. I wasn't somebody that's followed her career the whole time, but I definitely was familiar with who she was. Queen's Flip. At first, I was kind of questionable with him because that nigga's a mad funny nigga, but he adds that theatrical type of spice to the show. Because Ice and Ish, I love their opinions, but they didn't bring much personality and character all the time. But I love their takes.
Who is the one that's always in the corner?
On the left?
The Ice does a great job. The dark skin.
Furthest to the left is Ice.
I think that's him.
Ish is the one.
Ish gets on my damn nerves.
What you like about Ish?
First of all, he doesn't have his own opinions.
Come on, Dad.
I don't think he doesn't, in my opinion, bro. And I just think he sit there. He just getting money like that.
Nah, Ish. I don't know how much you be watching him, bro. Cause Ish,
I watch him. You know what I'm saying? I watch him frequently. I don't sit there I watch a whole episode,
right.
but I see them.
Sure, yeah.
But Ice always gives you a great, you know what I'm saying, response. But
Yeah.
Ish, he just say something that's, you know what I'm saying, it's cool having an opinion, but his opinion is not based off of nothing. It's just like from hate or something like this. Something should be sounding
what you think about Queen's Flip and Melissa Ford and them, Dad?
Flip, I'm aware of. Melissa, I've seen a couple of them. I think it's what y'all said, balanced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think Joe is being very smart. Now, do I think that he has elevated when it comes to like how he was in the beginning? No, I don't think it's the same, bro. I don't think it's the same.
You talking about Joe? You talking about Joe personally, not the show?
No, Joe is elevated. I think Joe as a businessman, the entire podcast looks better. Him as a boss, he's come on, y'all, developed. He's better.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I just think it's not as impactful as it was when he had Rory and Mal, and whatever his name is. Yeah.
Mal, you know, academics always call them Mal and shit.
I don't think it's
so. When you say that, I would say so. When you said I don't think Joe is elevated as much, I took it as Joe, like opinion wise. Sometimes he is a little more reserved, but I think if you listen to the podcast, he's kind of, you know, as he's aging, he's kind of having more, I wouldn't say political, but more just sharper, polished takes opposed to back in the day. He gonna let you have it and rip off. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Unfiltered, raw.
Do you think that's the Charlemagne effect?
Nah, I think.
Have we seen like him evolve like Charlemagne?
Charlemagne? I wouldn't say that because he's still gonna let you have it. Okay. But if you comparing him to him own self back in the day, he's a little bit more polished.
Okay.
Back in the day, I mean, that nigga used to let niggas off. I got a clip on my phone where he was talking about niggas trolling. He talking about one of you niggas gonna get shot in the face.
But do you think that's what's work? That's what worked for him though. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what set him apart.
The unfilteredness back in the day is what set him apart.
Why are you? Don't calm who you are down. I think due to the impact of the fallout with Rory and Mal.
I think he picked his spots. Cause
but he allowed that situation to impact who he is as the reporter he is when it comes to hip hop, bro.
Yeah.
His energy and who he is what impacted and what influenced so many people to even pay attention to him. And now he got this older like vibe, which is cool, you know what I'm saying? But still be you at the end of the day, bro. Nigga, you are ignorant. So
it sound like you don't believe he's number one. Who are you giving it to then? If
I'm not saying I don't believe he's number one. I mean, of hip hop
media.
Academics.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Baby, give me on.
I gotta. So explain.
I go to act way more. Than I go to Joe.
I can't explain.
I don't care. And to me,
go ahead.
To me,
go ahead.
Act gives a lot more factual information. This nigga, he will go and walk through shit with you and tell you where this is coming from. I do believe he has a lot more sources due to his youth, due to just how impactful he is to the youth compared to Joe Budden. This is a young game.
Young man's game. For sure.
It just is what it is. I don't want to say young man's. You know what I'm saying?
Young man, they kill you nowadays. Young, it's a young, This is where the word is. I still young man's. Come see me in the DM if you want it.
So,
what is who saying? What you got back there for us, Ams?
Yeah.
I didn't say
the young man's, they'll kind of come and get you if you being sexy is not, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's inclusively for men and women.
My daughter would beat my ass if I said that. You know what I'm saying? So, look
at TC. She kind of, what's up? You all right?
I'm not.
You ain't feeling act is what he was talking about.
I don't know if it's the
he's
word
informative.
Not feeling act. I just think he's not for me.
I can understand that. He's not for everybody.
I just think he's not for me. And that's okay. That's not a diss towards him because obviously he has an enormous platform. Yeah. So it's no diss, but I cannot.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not for me. It's just not for me.
Question? What about how? Okay, I get him as an.
I don't like how he speaks or talks about women.
Go. So that part is I understand. I get that and I respect that actually 100%. But when it comes to his factual, my thing is the only reason I'm saying this is not based off of what he does outside. I'm talking about when it comes to sources of hip hop and giving the information that you need, he's gonna give you that shit and back it up.
Can I ask you this? Is he factual with people he's biased towards, or is that towards everybody?
I don't think he's biased. I think that man can give it to anybody.
Act is about as objective as he
can. Y'all have been kind of supporters, fans of Act for a minute, so I don't know.
I'm with Joe.
But I was trying to listen.
I don't know if we're going to see it out of the same. Well, not saying that Joe has been the most popular with how he treats women. Not going to say that. Back in the day.
Right.
Now I think Joe has evolved. But I don't, like I said, I don't know him personally.
So I think,
he deserves that number one spot.
What are you judging it off of? What are y'all judging it off of?
The hip hop media spot?
Yes.
So one, this is I believe this was the first time Complex just rolled it out, right? I think I don't know if it's gonna be quarterly, yearly, however it may be. So at this point I think they taking overall their contributions up until this point. And I would probably have to lean it more towards to Joe right now. If we took the last 5 years and maybe more towards Act.
Why?
One, he been covering it for longer, right? On a higher scale. Act had been, before Complex, we knew nothing about Act. Did you know about him?
Yeah, I know about
Everyday Struggle.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so before that.
I knew about him before that.
So before that, I wasn't following Act at all. He wasn't on my radar. Anybody he was pubbing, I didn't never see.
Okay.
I knew Adam.
Chicago.
It was mostly Chicago. I knew Adam 22, honestly, over Act. Right. It's just when Act came in the game, he never turned back. Like, he turned up all the way.
Right. Like I said, he has a huge following.
Now, if you wanted to make the case, I would say he very much can be deserving. He was number 2. So I was that's still respectable.
That's you know what I'm saying? And I just think he's a lot more. So I can rely on Act when it comes to news. Like right away. I know he's gonna stream it. He's gonna get on it right away. He streams every day, all day.
He does,
and he's giving you informative. Like he's back his factual information.
Ask my guy.
It's not sitting here like their opinions, like fucking ish.
The only thing I'm kind of getting it's
And I'm not
kind of
hating on
becoming
him.
oversaturated from his content, is that he's being almost like a news reporter opposed to being like somebody that's covering hip hop. I think is a difference. Like he's covering everybody court case to the T. I don't care that much about it.
Not
no
everybody's hip hop court cases.
Right, that's what I'm saying though.
Right.
And that's kind of how he was back when it was back in Chicago, covering all the
But
murder
that's not all he
cases.
does, though.
That's the bulk of it. If you took the percentage of what he's streaming about,
don't agree.
I promise you, bro. I watch this dude stream too much to be like the bulk of his stream is around products outside of the music and not the music.
I'm
telling you, bro.
Now when you talking like gossiping and shit like
Gossiping, reporting on the deaths
that,
of all these rappers.
I think Joe Budden does it too, though.
Yeah, but Joe Budden, he tends to not see. Joe Budden has a different way of covering hip hop. It's not even like Act No More, where he's really so consumed about the artist's music. It's about like they deals, they next chapter. Like he's talking about Black.
You say Act don't do that?
Not as more. He's not more known for that over Joe. I wouldn't say that.
Bro,
he got into that
he
because of Joe,
breaks
probably.
It down, bro.
But that's only due to Joe being a pioneer.
He breaks it down a lot better than Joe.
He does. Well, I think he probably, bro. This dude.
Say that again.
He probably does because all that nigga do is sit in his basement on the stream all day.
But that's the point. Is he's giving you the information, bro, a lot more detail to where you can understand.
Okay, so
and
what
that's
about
my biggest thing?
Okay, so
I
what
don't care
about Joe's?
Where it's at,
what
how
about
it looks?
What about Joe's pull up?
The information.
What about Joe's pull up? What about him putting on a podcast for the women with See the Thing Is with what was the Bridget Kelly and the old other joint? And then all you got to think about Joe when he was with Revolt. You got to think about Joe. He did radio on Hot 97 back in the day. That's a different element. What's the name of just now getting to that Spotify bag?
But are they judging it off of that or his pod, bro?
I think all consumption, like everything.
Now, I didn't know that. Now, if
not
it's,
just
to me,
the pod.
if it's off the pod, if they're sitting there saying like, "This is where you go for all of hip hop information," I'm not gonna.
Because look, some people don't even have They had, you know who Kai Cenat is, right? The streamer on Twitch. He ain't no podcaster.
No.
He's just a streamer that just always got rappers on there. And I
see the
understand
shit,
that
right.
because if you doing that, you got to dang near put Aiden Ross in there.
Exactly.
And Aiden Ross got big boy moments,
Right.
freestyles, and all that shit. Nori was another one. I think he made top 10.
Now I give them that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
$1 million worth
Based
of
off
game,
of
I honestly
their
thought
lives.
should have been over Charlamagne. I ain't gonna cap. They giving moments.
They should be top 3.
They were number 4 though. They were right. Charlamagne number 3. Yeah, Charlamagne number 3.
Maybe I'm a little biased on Charlamagne.
But you know what? If it is
but
all
he
consuming
comes
though,
out
I
that
do
line.
understand why Charlamagne is done.
It comes out of my line of my favorite lady. So
Say one time. Oh, he comes out of the line. You talking about Wendy?
Wendy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Now what was up with that? I seen they canceled her podcast.
But she gonna always come back another way. Shout out to Wendy Williams. I don't care what y'all got to say.
What
about
happened with that,
care.
guy?
She dealing with real life shit.
She
is.
It's a.
She over.
Amber laughing. Amber just laughing because he said.
I cannot laugh after that.
No,
She dealing with
I'm
real
not
life shit.
because
She is dealing with real life shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I have literally been listening to Wendy since I was like 8 years old. I'm 34.
Wow. That's my point. That's why she done.
From her influence.
She about to pop off on you. Right, he can't laugh. He gonna laugh at that.
It wasn't.
That's exactly why she
You
done.
you get older. Let's see.
No,
Wow.
but if I put my
You
work
get
in,
older. It's kind of.
but if I put
It's
my
kind
work
of whack
in,
your
I'm
view
not,
on
I'm
that
not down. I'm not
because you're saying only
disrespecting
young
her.
people, but it's some people that.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah,
T.
yes, it is.
She's
You just
dealing
said it's
with
a
real
young
life
man.
shit. Like she
So-
really is.
Academics gonna deal with real life stuff.
Right, and then that's the
It's
way
gonna
it's gonna
happen.
be
If
done.
it
All right.
ain't happening right now,
my point.
we don't
know
know.
what?
We don't come out from behind the camera.
A round of applause for Joe Budden. Number 1 hip hop media.
out
Joe
to
Budden
Joe.
definitely is somebody that's influenced, my whole flavor in even getting into podcasting. So it's always gonna be flowers for him. And yeah, man, shout out to Joe and the JBP. You know what I'm saying? Man, what else we got, dog? What's going on in the movie industry, TC? What you got for us?
Have you all seen Creed 3?
I have. You checked it out?
I loved it.
Yeah, they said you was looking like Jonathan Majors or some lady.
That's not. I don't know.
You know what, Jonathan.
What's your immediate
Shout out to
takeaway,
Jonathan.
bro?
I just hope, pray to God, bro, you didn't do what they said you did. Stay away.
Yo, Marvel money clean that shit up quick.
You know
I ain't
what
gonna
I'm
lie.
saying? Huh?
That Marvel money cleaned that shit up quick.
They had to, and they better.
Yeah.
I think he's a very talented actor.
Oh yeah,
that
absolutely.
needs not to fuck
Can't
up.
take that away.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Talent wise, he has no misses from everything I've seen thus far.
None, bro.
Yeah, Harder They Fall, Creed 3, the nigga was in Ant-Man. I don't even like that shit. Had that Flight movie.
Already, he just got in the game.
What was it called? Lovecraft Country. Yeah, he got a resume that's building quickly, dog.
Kids building quicker than, and hey, bro, I swear, you one of the idols, Michael B. Jordan. You really are, brother.
Yeah.
But
he's coming for him.
He passed to me.
Acting wise, he's already better, but movie wise, Michael B. is he's pretty flawless.
So what y'all give Creed 3 1 to 10?
I think I gave it about an 8.
An 8.
It was pretty solid.
I rock with that 8-9.
Yeah, I gave it about an 8.
And for real,
it could have been a little bit longer.
That was his Michael B. Jordan's.
They could have built character in
as well.
The shots were great. I just
Shots were
think,
great.
like you said, it could have been longer.
Could have been a longer.
I feel like when it came to the storyline, they could have explained it a little bit more.
Yeah. But it was dope overall. Like, the whole Creed series for me is pretty dope. Like, I enjoyed it. And if you link it to the Rocky, that kind of makes it even more nostalgic. But Michael B., man, he continues to pick dope roles. Shout out to him on the director's credit. Yeah. And excited to kind of see what he got next coming, man.
What did you think about, like, when it came to masculinity? You know what I'm saying? What people talk about, you know, within that movie, how we as men, you know, deal with our problems. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that hopefully a lot of young kids, you know, nowadays, because we got these egos on our shoulders, and I feel like if they paid attention to that, this is how we should. Them brothers came together at the end after that major fight and just the history behind it, and they sat there and apologized to each other.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, I think that shit should have been like
highlighted
really
a little
shined
bit more
up on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's something we need, you know. I know my dad, I only heard him say I love you one time in my life. So, like, nigga, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think
that's facts.
Black men need to really talk about that, and we ain't talking about it enough.
Yeah, it was so many different angles, like the masculinity piece, and then the all-inclusive piece with having the deaf daughter. Like, I thought that was super unique.
Hell yeah.
I wanted to kind of say that may have been a possibility to kind of do like a sequel. I don't know the opportunity.
He said it would.
With that, but he said in an interview already.
He said actually I think he's gonna do a couple more fights, but also he's gonna pass it off to
the child,
to baby girl.
Yeah. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. I think it was dope though, man. Even seeing two dudes in a story with one cat kind of being an alpha and then the other dude flipping, and now he fell away because you kind of got the life that he always really wanted. Yeah. And at the end, like, he could have still really been kind of like still feeling the way. You know what I'm saying? But I think putting the pride aside, he was like, bro, it's not even on you. That was really on me. You know what I'm saying?
But he still had the only way he could get him to sit down and actually hear him out was by matching his energy. That was another gem in my mind, bro. It's like sometimes you have to meet people, you know what I'm saying, where they are, or it will never end, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's art of war, baby.
Nah, I feel that, bro. There was some dope scenes in there too, especially when they took everybody out of the stands and they made it real emotional. Like, if it was like that's one of the moments where you felt like this is Michael B. style of kind of directing. Like, if it was maybe a different director, that scene maybe not even make it. But
and how he used anime.
Yeah.
Oh man.
To see him
they kind of killed him for his picks though.
I'm excited to see him grow as a director. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Over the acting now, I'm kind of. Not saying I'm over his acting. I'm saying over the acting. I'm ready to see him grow as a director. I would like to see another effort from Michael B. Jordan on that. Yeah.
What did you think about it from the director's standpoint?
I think it was a really great start.
Did you?
Yeah, I think it was.
Hey, she has mastered
because she's a director. You know
right. From a director's point of view.
But I have not fully arrived. I have just.
But you've been in that field.
I have, but I am excited to see him direct something else outside of the Creed kind of Rocky,
right? Because I feel like that was up his alley wheelhouse
something
already.
That not necessarily makes him uncomfortable, but I would like to see something else. That's a good thing that I want to see more, because some people would be like, "This it," right? You know, like how some people treat kind of Michael Bay films. No slight to Michael Bay. I think Michael Bay is great.
He is great. I was about to say, where you going with this?
He has a big fan base. But I've always
it's Michael Bay.
I think with Michael B. Jordan, I'm just excited to see more. That's all.
So my thing is he did act in it too, though. You know what I mean? So like,
What you think about that, then? What you trying to say with that?
That doesn't mean anything. I believe, if I'm wrong, and you can fact check me, I believe Denzel Washington directed Antoine Fisher.
No, he did.
He also acted in it as well. Yeah. Several people have done that, and I think.
But what you mean? You think that's harder to do, or what you trying to say?
I just think when it comes to attention, like you can miss certain things. If I'm fully attentive 100% in this,
okay, I see
you
what
know
you're saying.
I could be more detailed. I could do more to it, right? But if I know I have to focus on this and this, even though he was up early in the morning to the next morning, you know what I'm saying? I think, oh damn, you still will miss certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Due to the fact I gotta pay attention to this too. So I would just like to see him focus on this without acting. Period. You know what I'm saying? And I think it possibly would take his stuff a lot more further because it was some good shit.
Yeah, and I feel like Michael B has been acting for so long. People forget that it's way before Creed. All this, stuff. Yeah. Like Michael B has been acting for a very long time. So I'm a person that has seen him grow from a child actor, early teen actor to an adult male acting. I'm ready to see him more in the director's chair.
For sure.
So you're ready for him to hang the shoes on the wall?
No.
I know. I'm not.
That's
I want to see
him
more action films.
I just feel like it's a desire to see more. Yeah.
Nah, I feel that, man. John Wick 4. How we feel about that one, guys? You seen it yet?
Haven't seen none of them.
We can skip over. Dang, hold on. I thought you meant John 4.
None of them.
Hey, you just ain't really interested in it.
You know what? It's weird because I know a lot of people will say you can't be a Keanu Reeves fan if you haven't seen John Wick.
Yeah,
but I've also been watching Keanu Reeves since the early 90s. So one film franchise.
Ain't finna stop that.
No. I've never seen Star Wars.
Now this is a pillar. Yeah, but, a lot of people shoot you over Star Wars.
Yeah, but I feel like with John Wick 4, I have never seen, and I follow a lot of
channel reviews.
Movie review channels. They all are saying this is the best in the franchise.
It is.
And these are people.
Oh, it is.
These are people I know to bash franchises. They're saying this is the best.
It's the best. I knew it. A lot of times I don't know that until I kind of sit back and review. I knew it in the theater while watching. I knew it. Like you could feel it in real time. It was just otherworldly, bro. Really? For so many reasons, dog.
What makes it otherworldly?
Honestly, bro, the cinematography, the fighting style I never really seen. Like you have to, and I don't want to give everything away, but the fighting style and kind of how they was doing this certain, it was like, dog, I ain't never seen nothing like this. And then they didn't use, 3, they brought in Halle Berry. I didn't like the cast. They brought in new characters that really made a great impact. Acting wise, I mean, you really feel their energy and they add to the story, dog. Like, and also
it wasn't cheesy and shit.
Oh, it wasn't cheesy at all. They added a black cat. Oh, man. I mean, they added so many cats that I felt like they really added to the franchise, bro. Okay. So I feel like it's going to be even more, not even dealing with Keanu Reeves, but I feel like it can be more sequels to follow this because of the people in it played it so well, bro.
Okay.
Really?
Nah, bro, they I mean, from everything, from the cast, the cinematography, the story, it's It's a bit of a, and you don't really expect twist in an action movie, really. Yeah. You don't really expect that at all. Mm-hmm. But this mug, they took it. They took the cake, bro.
That man's 60. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna people know that.
Over the weekend?
That man is 60 years old.
Oh, I thought you said he made 60. Oh, wow. Nah, I didn't know that nigga was 60 years.
Is he? We have to look that up.
Yeah, we gotta look that up. Hold on. That sound, you gotta look it up because I got all this shit on that.
Jackie Chan 69. I know that for sure. They shot him at his birthday.
Y'all don't believe me though?
We gotta check that, man. Let's make some noise for Keanu Reeves being 60 years old.
60-year-old man.
This nigga putting in work.
No, that's what they were speaking to. And they were saying basically just his weaponry training. Martial arts training, already been a great, decent, to me, he's a decent actor. I'm not gonna say something.
He's a decent actor, yeah.
But when you put all those things together, bro, and just his hard work ethic and just who he is as a person, bro, man, look at his discography, his movies, man, it is a reason why he is where he is.
Oh, yeah.
So why do you think that the John Wick franchise going up is just getting better and better?
About 60.
And the Matrix 4...
58. Oh, okay.
That's still necessarily connect.
You said what?
Say it one more time. So, go ahead.
Okay, so we see the John Wick franchise with Keanu Reeves. Yes. Am I pronouncing his name right?
Yes. Yeah, Keanu Reeves.
This franchise is getting better with time, according to everybody I know that have watched it. what was the mishap with the Matrix as it went on? Why did it get worse?
I mean, first of all, it was just a hard one to top, that first one. The second and third wasn't as bad to me, you know what I'm saying? But I just think it was just hard to top, man. I mean, I think it could have stopped to where it was at.
How about with 4?
4 was the
they should have never
shit.
did.
They should have never did
4
that.
should have never. First of all, it's too. I hate when movie series, the distance between movies or miles apart. You need to do it in it. Like John Wick, it wasn't like decades apart.
Oh, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so when
Good
you doing a movie back in the early 2000s and you coming back almost 15 years later.
It could have been good though, bro. I just think they got lazy. I think people are getting lazy.
He looked at like John Wick in The Matrix.
I agree.
Versus Neo.
I agree.
Had a certain look. It's hard that we looking at, we like, well, we just prefer you to be in John Wick, my nigga.
Right.
That's another action series.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that they were already in contention with that. If this would have been like before 2015 or 10 or something like that, it would have been very much more received better.
You think so?
Versus, oh yeah.
Bro, it came down to even the script writing was whack.
Oh, everything was whack about the 4. It didn't even.
They didn't try.
The other thing is, one, Matrix was ahead of its time. With
Absolutely.
the slow motion and the
impact,
just the
bro.
action, it was just.
And we was originally supposed to get Will Smith.
Right.
Yeah, that always.
You like stuff like that.
I love that because as Superman, I think we were supposed to get one with Nicolas Cage, one with Tom Cruise. We were supposed to get.
Glad they ain't do none of that shit.
I
hate Nicolas Cage.
Woo!
I can just look at him.
Hate him.
I can't stand him.
I
no.
Nicolas Cage.
Oh my God,
Them niggas short as hell. Why would they have him as Superman?
You like Nicolas Cage for real?
I like some of his movies. Con Air, you
Face
never
Off.
seen that?
Gone in 60 Seconds. That's about
Gone
the
in
only
60
shit I like.
seconds. Classic.
That's about the only maybe Ghost Rider. That shit kind of cheesy though.
Classic. The first one was a classic.
The first one was a classic. But yeah, I mean, you like the backstory on stuff. Nah, that is dope.
I love to see who was originally supposed to play.
Yeah.
I think in the original Speed, if I am, and I know people will
Keanu
correct me
Reeves.
if I'm wrong, Keanu Reeves was there, but Halle Berry was supposed to play Sandra Bullock. Is that her name?
Sandra Bullock,
yeah. I believe she was
She could have
originally
played that.
offered the role of that.
I don't think that would
so
have made a difference.
I'm always interested to see.
Halle Berry got so many movies like that.
Oh,
though.
well,
I wouldn't
Halle
even
Berry,
want
to me,
She just got your heart.
she got my heart. I'm sorry.
Amber. I gave her the words, didn't I, Amber?
Halle Berry got my heart.
Nah,
Viola
I like
Davis, Angela Bassett, they just...
I heard that
They got
Jordan
my
movie cold too.
Bro, I want to check that out too.
I want to check that mug out.
I'm glad that Chris Tucker came back out with
Chris
something,
Tucker,
man.
yeah.
Marlon Wayans in that joint.
Viola, she played a mom.
She played a mom.
What's the nigga that barely ever say shit that played Batman? I forgot the nigga name, bro.
Michael Keaton.
Nah, he white.
Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck.
He say a lot. He married to Jennifer Lopez.
Right. Ben Affleck is one of the most stalest niggas in America, but he
No, he's a great director, great actor.
I think he's a great actor too.
I think he's great. I think
he's all right.
I think he's had some movies that have not been great, but I think Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, also, they've been friends forever.
Yeah,
Ben Affleck and Matt Damon?
Yep. So
I like Ben Affleck.
they have been forever.
Yeah,
so I'm excited to see this movie because I like to see movies with ensemble casts that are all kind of famous.
Yeah, they all big time.
They all big time. You got Marlon freaking Wayans, you got Chris Tucker, you got Matt Damon, you got Viola Davis, you got Ben Affleck. I want to see, can we forget that they are these people in this movie?
That shit crazy,
and
man.
Dealing with Jordan,
And it's about Michael Jordan and Jordan's, nigga.
Hey, they said Jordan didn't want to make it happen unless Viola Davis played the mom, bro.
You lying.
Nah, that's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. She had to do it in order to make the movie, unless he wasn't going to sign off on it.
According to a lot of credible sources, he definitely wanted her to play his mom.
Oh yeah, speak volumes, man. Shout out to Viola Davis, man. Make some noise for Viola Davis.
It's Viola.
Is it Viola?
I think it's Viola.
Oh, Viola. Sorry,
Viola Davis, big time.
She has given some dynamic
performances.
Nigga,
She got the award for Fences, right?
For best supporting actress. Yes.
Yeah, big time.
Yes.
Yeah, I love her in Fences. Of course, How to Get Away with Murder.
She should have got it for The Woman King, but I ain't even gonna grant on that.
I don't know about Fat
we go.
Did you
move
like
on.
Woman King?
Let's move on.
Woman King was crazy.
You know what? I don't
That
know. We
was
can
one of
move
the
on,
best
guys.
movies I've seen in the last 10 years.
Wow.
Damn.
The
That's a
last
big
10
statement.
years.
That's a huge
And I
statement.
stand on that. Woman King was amazing.
I did not
saw
leave
it
away from
twice. I saw it twice in the movie theater.
See, her
It
energy
made my
get her
heart
good.
pump to the back. I went out and made an original reel after that
I'm
about
with it.
Woman King.
I'm with her, dog. I'm
She
with
made
her.
an original reel.
I'm with you. Fuck it.
She ain't used
that
no,
energy said it
no
all.
templates,
I
no
said,
nothing.
This movie is amazing.
Oh
I
God.
want to be like the Woman King. I wanted to have a sword and knock a mother out. I love it. No, for real. That movie gave me goosebumps.
No, it was there though. I give you that.
Dang, I gotta try to watch it. I tried the first time.
You went to sleep on it.
The first time I just turned it off. I couldn't. It didn't grab me. And then I actually watched it again, and I watched it. I was like, that's cool. It didn't really get me going,
Right.
but I don't know. I'm gonna try to do it again though.
Do it again.
I
with
always watch movies
surround.
again.
I went to
Do
sleep
it
on
on
it
the
the first time.
projector. Y'all got the projector thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, what we think about the evolution of AIs, man? Were we in favor of this stuff, or they
It
taking
depends
over?
on what we're talking about.
We
Like,
talking about every industry imaginable: music, film, real life, graphics, art, fashion. It's everywhere.
say if we got like AI,
That
right?
probably looked crazy, didn't?
No, that's real. Though. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Catch that. You know what I mean? That's real. Oh God, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Hey, so if we talk like medical industry or something like that, bro, great. You know what I'm
Great.
saying? Something that can really help people, but I do not think that we should take intellectual properties of people's voices. Like that's not even intellectual property. It's my fucking voice, right? Like don't mock my shit and then take it and use it as your own. That's fucking whack. There should be rules and regulations on that. I don't know too much about it to really speak on it.
I'm not the most informed in it when it comes to I guess like the business and how it's affecting either cats' money or not. But I'm just seeing the possibility of what I believe it could do.
Right.
Like if we like when this new Drake record that came out, Search and Rescue, niggas, it was a big portion of people feeling like, that ain't Drake, that shit just some AI. And then it's like, well, if we thinking that, and it sounds just like the nigga, we ain't gonna know what's real or fake.
It's over, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's over.
So in that regards, I feel like I know one thing when I first saw, like, I know this one about Kanye that's going around where he's singing Kid Cudi music. I was like, what's gonna come down the pipeline is probably some music laws probably in the future, near future.
Do you think so though?
I would say so. I mean,
you know these major corporations are who probably running and taking over AI, which is going to influence those laws to fit them.
Nah, I feel you. I don't know. The reason I said it because I feel like you see Jay moving and already doing stuff about, hey, y'all ain't gonna be able to use our lyrics in court. We need this law to be passed. I only would see something like this being something else he would ban behind, and a bunch of other cats ban behind and say, yo, we can't have this going. I just don't like the fact that
Not with AI. I think
it's a lot of artists that's kind of they promoting it indirectly by kind of making fun of
right,
it.
because independently, if I sit there and I can use AI to make a Jay-Z verse, bro,
Right.
that's a feature.
And I just
that
put
I
that
got.
nigga right.
And
I
people
could-
think they want.
All I gotta put is JX. Like I can just make
but
something
you know what
up.
that's gonna affect? Algorithms on YouTube. You know what I'm
it
saying?
is.
It's gonna affect what people see now. It's gonna make it that much more harder for you to get known. And I really feel like you need to get back to person. You know what I'm saying? It may actually be a blessing.
It may be a
based
honestly,
on how you think about it. You know?
I use AI right now with some of my graphic design, and it is a blessing, because it cuts my time on how long it takes for me to do something down. Like it takes.
So you used it?
Oh, I use it for sure. Like when it come to just easy stuff, when it come to just cutouts, like I can cut like. Bro, you used to have to cut yourself all the way out of
it. You use it
in graphic design for sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like so, in certain departments, I think it's gonna be beneficial, but then it's like you're gonna be selective of where you want to use it, and then if it's affecting you like a detriment to you, you can be like, nah. Right. So it's like I don't know, man. I just noticed right now, it's a whole bunch of industry that's being affected by it. And I think only time will tell to see kind of how it comes down the pipeline and how we gonna feel about it.
What if niggas could do something like this, y'all? Like, what if I could say, okay, I record my voice and the AI got it, and all I can do is type, type some type of word, like lyrics
to
this, and then for real, and then I just send the song out. I don't have to record anymore.
You just send it to an AI. You pick it's gonna be like.
But
templates.
it got to my voice. Like, okay,
Right.
you got permission to take my voice. This is my album. I'm finna type out the lyrics to it. You know what I'm saying?
And it's a matter of a system of you making a cadence a little
That's
like that, a little like.
ridiculous, bro.
Oh, it's coming.
That's
Oh,
horrible.
it's coming. Hey, I'm telling you, bro.
It's not what's up.
It ain't what's up, dog. From a creator standpoint, you like, dang. Because as a producer right now, it's a whole bunch of people that's feeling like,
That's
man,
scary as fuck, bro.
this shit making our jobs look like we ain't valuable.
Now tap in. So we going to gas stations, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? We going
What about
to
a gas station?
Nigga, we going to a gas station now. You know, you're no longer needing people to, be a cashier anymore. They have self checkout, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm just saying, like now it's taking a job. So I go to Walmart now. There's no more. There's people actually just sitting there making sure you don't steal shit.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, I'm just saying more jobs after the pandemic, and I'm not trying to get too deep with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying nobody wants to work now. So what it's causing is for AI. It's giving AI a demand. It's making it a demand.
It's scary.
You know what I'm saying? This dollar bill's
finna
drop.
This on Discord.
Where the fuck are we going? You know what I'm saying?
We might have to put what on this episode?
No, some of the conversation on Discord.
It is scary.
Bro, I've never drove
And it's because
around
people
and
being
seen
lazy.
more now hiring signs than I have now.
I ain't either,
Bro,
bro.
I'm like, nigga,
It ain't hard to find no job.
It ain't never hard.
People are working, and I ain't gonna say how I know, but people are working 2 and 3 days and quitting, or a week work and quitting.
Straight up.
They
Like
are.
they don't have no care, no nothing,
Bro.
And it's like on one end, I see it because these companies need to appreciate more.
Yeah, they
but then
gotta
on
pay
the
more.
other end, it's just like, how are y'all affording life?
I don't know.
I don't know. So
This internet. This fucking internet is taking over the fucking world.
They trying
No,
to
dive
stop
into that though. Dive in what you mean by
I'm
the
saying,
internet.
like,
why is it the internet?
well, the kids growing up, they not, if I'm a parent and your kid coming up, I don't know how much pressure you pushing into them to tell them, like, hey, go get a job at the local McDonald's. When the kids look on the internet and they seeing kids either with a Twitch account, with a YouTube, getting paid as an influencer on TikTok.
McDonald's.
They like, why would I gotta do that if all I gotta do is sit in
Right.
front of this camera and load up some content and get paid from that shit?
Right, but then right.
That's what I mean by the internet being like,
I
yo,
agree.
it's taking over, bro. We not finna
The
go.
influence of that, you know what I'm saying? We just lose individuality, bro. Like people just not tapping into like their own interests no more. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even the problem. It's really people being lazy and not wanting to work. Because where it's creating now, AI is needed, bro. Like it's needed.
It is.
But see, they not understanding.
fulfilled.
That's what I'm saying. But they not understanding that, nigga. You also need consumers, right? So if consumers don't have money no more, it's just now we're just in this limbo. We're in limbo. Fuck we at?
That nigga eyes.
Self-destruction. We in limbo. Sorry to tell you, nigga, start working, boy. You know what I'm saying? Or you lost.
Man, I think it's gonna be a forever growing industry when it come to AI and everywhere it's gonna go. But I think it's just the beginning, bro. I think it's just the beginning of so much shit changing with the whole landscape of jobs, content, and the internet, bro. It really is, bro. Another thing is that whole subscription-based thing. They making niggas pay for everything now, bro.
But niggas don't have money to pay for everything, bro.
That's why I just told I was thinking to
Capitalism.
myself, bro. I'm like, bro, I ain't got
what's
enough money to be keep paying freaking Instagram for this, YouTube for this, or individually people can now have subscriptions that you subscribe to now. So you ain't only paying Instagram, you paying the creators on Instagram on top of that. So it's like, what
Is
we
that
doing?
like Patreon?
It's the idea of Patreon on these other
I
platforms.
like where you
Okay.
going, bro.
Okay.
That don't make sense.
It's crazy. It's almost like, why would we be paying not only the platform, but then also the people on the platform? They making so much money off of whoever subscribing. I mean, they hitting you double
There you
time.
go. That's the reason.
And if you got, that's the reason. But I'm saying, why would I continue to do that? What's gonna happen is people gonna realize who their real followers are and who they ain't, and who aren't their real followers.
Oh, yeah.
And if that's cool, and you making
But-
bread, I get it. I'm good.
But so many people are feeling like they're shadow banned. If you hear that word all the time.
I feel like I'm shadow banned right now.
Yeah, like-
I put up stories, I get 100 views one day, get 2 views the next day.
Or 2K views one day.
Right.
And then the next day you get 100 views. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's so many. No, I'm just saying from personal experience, I've never paid for additional eyes to be on my
advertisement, right.
page. All of it is
The
authentic.
shit ain't worth it, man. I paid for it like when it come to my music.
I disagree.
Yeah.
That shit ain't did nothing for
disagree.
me, dog.
I think
don't
it
know.
works.
I've never paid for
You
it,
know
so
what I think?
I don't know.
I think people depend on the internet and social media too damn much. We have to forget, like, nigga, I'm human, right? Like, so I can walk outside right now, go get 10 people to fuck with me, and then they're gonna fuck with me based off of the real genuine connection that we just built, right? Like, you have to work both. You have to work internet and you have to work life, reality.
Well, I think that's a lost art in this new age now, and I love that.
That's
because
where it's lost. Like,
people used to grind. They used to actually go to the radio stations. They used to have flyers. They used to have leg work. You know, but then with
street
social
teams,
right?
nigga, but no, it's not used to. The people that are making it still have. That's the formula.
I think both are important and both
It
be
is
essential. Yeah,
it is, because check this out. So this last 2 weeks, this is a real reason. Last 2 weeks, bro, I ain't went out for open mic. I ain't been on stage in a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I got on stage and then I've been consistent after 2 weeks. I've gained like just a multiple of people that are very important to where now I see more of those people. They see my feed now because they look for me based off of just the newness of them fucking with me and follow me and things of that nature. So if you consistently do that and then you put the marketing along with it, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be able to
circulate a little
exactly
bit more.
way better. The algorithm's going to work with you because they see, okay, followers are coming in. Why not give this nigga more shine? And along with the dollars that he's giving me, my nigga. So let's just double it up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I agree with you. I really do.
Yeah, man. It's a competition out here that's ever more at the highest. I've never seen it before, man. I mean,
Scary.
you got to think, man. There's so many rappers and just everything that you do is so many people that do that.
That's why you need multiple streams of income.
You need multiple streams of income, dog. I mean, multiple ain't even the word no more.
For real.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at that. Hey, I'm talking about anything. I don't even be like, bro, it's so many people that do. Nigga, it's so many people that probably make these mics right here that you got to keep on trying to be in competition with. So many podcasts this niggas doing every freaking day. So many niggas that's making hats, doing merch. I'm making candles, making incense, making...
It can be depressing sometimes.
Everything, like, and that's why I tried to get off a mini, I tried to do a mini social media break. It's so hard though when I'm doing so many different things, but it was still a help because I wasn't so much on my main account, which is where I'm fed mostly at. Right. But man, it is, I ain't gonna say it's depressing, it's overwhelming because you gotta keep your mental right because you would get caught up feeling like, man, I'm never gonna get to where I wanna be because everybody look like they doing better than me. Yeah. When only you gotta kind of really only lock in on yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And look at and that's why and companies have competitors, but really they in competition with the years before. You know what I'm saying? Like what were we in the red last year or in the green? Or did we kind of even out? That's kind of how you want to do your own business and your own model, but it's so much, bro, that when you look at that internet, dog, you got to kind of fall back and say, look, man, I got to chill out. Or else niggas will go ahead and pop themselves out. You see what I'm saying, Am?
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Give me nothing. That ain't even right with her, man. Hey, Am, what's up with you? How do you do it? It seemed like you got a pretty good, balance. I can only imagine how I looked on that, but
you look wild, my G.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get to it, dog. Let's get into this music shit, dog. He coming in with that big noise.
What you think, my T?
How you feeling this, TC? I'm giving that shit tonight. What we doing? I need all the bitches in the center floor. What we doing? They finna put you off of this podcast. They gonna say, "Is this damage control?"
This is definitely
damage control. Season
damage
1, you
control,
heard?
My nigga. You heard me? Oh God.
They ain't seen this. They ain't seen this side of the season. You
God.
heard? Hey, this mother may have to go on our Patreon. What we doing? We bringing in that noise.
Shout out to my nigga, bro. What the fuck?
I be a capping ass nigga on this mother sometimes. You hear me?
Still do that.
Man, that's that Search and Rescue by none other than the boy from the
GOAT.
6th Side.
The GOAT.
Drizzy Drake Rogers.
The GOAT.
How we feeling about that mug, man? It came out on a Friday night. Actually it came out on a Thursday night going into Friday. It was a lot of news going around saying that he was trolling, of course, Kanye West. Mm-hmm. I've been telling this nigga been playing chess. You see what I'm saying? The entire time. But let's just talk about the music before we get to the nonsense. What we think about the music? Is it a slapper? Is it an easy, put on the OVO sound playlist? How y'all sitting with it?
I think it's a slapper, bro.
Slapper?
Yeah.
Slapper. How you sitting with it?
A smooth slapper.
Smooth slapper.
Smooth one.
For sure. How you like it, T?
Put it on your Drake playlist.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was. I said it was kind of slight, super slight. The more I listened to it, it grew into a slapper, though. That's kind of how it always works for Drizzy, for real, with me. He kind of is just can't do no wrong in the eyes of many. You know what I'm saying? Because, he got one of the easiest jobs in America. Just kind of put out music and people eat it up. You know what I mean? Like, why I say that is because, like, bro, he's got so much.
As a real Drizzy fan, do you really feel like that, though?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, what I mean is the music don't even have to be breathtaking, even though he still give you that. Like, Her Loss is breathtaking. Like, Jimmy Cooks and Rich Flex, two of the best records of 2022 hip-hop, all music. But he can come around to this music anytime he want and we gonna eat it up. Because the core loves Drake for that. Not really the rapping. And I was telling one of my homeboys early. I'm like, bro, the rapping that we love from Drake is kind of secondary. We love him for the Marvin Rooms, Houston Letter Vegas,
B-side
Days in the
records.
East, B-side. That's what we love Drake for, dog. So when he give y'all this ain't even supposed to be a single, but if he wasn't so big, this would be like a SoundCloud release. Any other rapper would do that, but when everything rings off, why not? It's smart business to put it out on the DSPs. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, Drizzy, dog, that's why I say he really can't do no wrong, bro.
Oh, man. I think, so I was watching an interview with him. A couple of them. 2013, some 16, and then some recent, right? And a lot of times he always or I don't know if it's like he's trying to convince motherfuckers that he is like the most happiest guy, or maybe he is, right?
Yeah.
But on this one, I feel like, because I listen to my nigga. I be following his life for real, you know what I mean? And I be sitting here like, I feel like he really feels like, all right, I'm in a place, I'm extremely successful. I'm 36 years old. I've reached my fucking limit. Like, bro, I really am thinking about this woman, wherever she might be, bro. Like, come rescue me from this shit. Because I'm dealing with a lot of fake niggas. I need some real love. And for real, that's what I think. I literally be trying to put myself in my nigga's shoes, and I be sitting there like,
that's
damn.
pretty. That sounds like a pretty accurate.
That's some like where he at right
portrayal
now.
of where
you know
he
what I'm
is
saying?
right now. It sounds pretty accurate.
Yeah, so I'm
if
sitting
you
there
really
just
listen
like,
to him in interviews via music.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So he says that, but at the end of the day, this came from a real place. I feel, you know what I'm saying, and I fucked with it because I feel like it was a new. He says a lot of immature shit, bro. As a 36-year-old. And at my age, not my age, but just where I'm at in my life, I would love to hear him say some shit that he actually is going through. Like, which I'm not saying he don't go through, he'd go through. But, nigga, you got a kid now, nigga. Like, it changes your mindset. Like, it makes you think about things different. You have a different perspective. Not only that, nigga, you're 36. Yeah. Like, okay, life is changing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got friends that I've buried as of now, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some real shit going on in life. Your mother, nigga, is in her 70s, nigga. Right. Like, this is a whole different, like, talk to that, nigga. Talk to people to that. You have the whole fan base that is growing with you, and you just need to understand that they literally are growing with you. And they're in places where you are too, bro, and it's okay to be vulnerable. And I feel like this song, he showed something.
He showed on it now.
Yeah, you know
yeah, my home.
I appreciated it.
My home, and see, I didn't really get that deep on the lyricism and the things he was talking to because it was just like the delivery was just so, just like, I don't even care, nigga. I'm just walking in the booth. I could do this effortlessly. But my homeboy kept on saying, bro, that nigga was on there already talking and saying some stuff. And it was the line that did it for me was like, I don't know how to express my love. That's why I keep on American expressing my love.
Come on now.
For you. I'm like, oh, that shit crazy. But it's facts. Now. Like, I really get it, dad. But have you had a time to check it out, CC? How you feeling about it? Just throw it on the list for you, or you don't really got too much of a deep dive on it?
I like it. You know, it's other Drake records I like better.
Oh, yeah, okay? For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just other Drake songs I like better.
Easily. Yeah. I think the only reason why this mug came out, and I could be wrong, but Like this record was leaked maybe a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and that's when I was talking about the Kim Kardashian situation.
Yeah, and the fans kind of was going kind of crazy and demanded it. They need a whole thing, but you know, and if that's the case, you might as well put it out. Like I'm gonna listen to my core. Like y'all want it out here, boom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at the Yachty interview, he talking about, man, you know, I'm thinking about retiring. I'm kind of at a place where, you know, he always talks about gracefully exiting and all this other stuff. I never believe him, but
He ain't say
if you
that.
seen that, gracefully
He didn't say
exiting.
he retiring, bruh.
He said he was thinking about how long much he can do this mug for, and if he's going to retire sometime soon, bruh. On the
I don't think
Yachty
he
one.
gonna retire soon.
I don't think he is. But then if you go back to the Rap Radar, he was talking about gracefully exiting on there. That was 2018. I want to say Scorpion.
So you think he?
Nah, I don't believe him. Nah, I don't believe him, bro. Because when you look at that nigga on the Dreamville Fest, that nigga was like, he was celebrating like this type of lifestyle and saying he want more of this forever. Like,
Did you think he did a great job?
his performance there. I seen snippets. I didn't see the entirety.
I watched the whole thing, bro.
Yeah, how you feel about that joint?
Okay. Drizzy, I'm big on. It's one thing that I think he is the best at, bro, and it's just his how he projects, you know, his performance, his vocal performance, right? And I think he needs to utilize that more. When he sings live, it's ass, but I think it's only because he's so hyped, and he needs to have more vocal control, right?
You talking about as a singer or the rapping style? Which side you talking about?
Both. Well, no, his rapping is on point, but I think he's got so accustomed to the vocals behind.
Oh yeah.
It's like nigga. So I hear J. Cole. J. Cole come on that motherfucker, bro. He has no vocals. He's a straight up MC.
Yeah.
That nigga's an MC. I went to a Kendrick Lamar concert. He's a straight up MC, bro, and I appreciate that and the time and effort you put into your performance. Excuse me, your performance. But I get it. It's Drizzy. He got so many goddamn jams. Right. He can do what the fuck he want to do. People's gonna bounce whatever. But when it comes from me, with those type of technicalities, bro, I'm looking for that. I'm looking for this nigga to really give me a real performance for his fans vocally, and I think he did not get that. Wayne though came and delivered, my nigga. Wayne did that. You know what I'm saying?
It looked like they went crazy when he came.
Nigga, out. Wayne did that, nigga. And niggas are now as great that people are now giving this nigga his flowers that he truly deserved, because he truly ran the rap game for a very long time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Fucking very long time. So Wayne did a good job. J. Cole did a great job. Drake, he just needs to, because he also been out of performing for a while, bro. And I just
he ain't
think
been on the road since before COVID.
He needs to work on that.
Every time I seen that nigga though, like he has records where he only doing the track and no vocals up under the mug.
Bro, that's what he used to do.
That nigga gotta sing and shit like that. So I'm like,
but
if you went from sicko mode to.
Did you see the London Wireless performance, bro? 2012.
Yeah,
he did decent.
Yeah.
When The Weeknd came out. You know, London, man, he was decent.
Hey, he don't killed do that it shit at no more. Bro, at the event he put on for he bodied that motherfucker.
Snapped on that motherfucker, like, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga was bodying that motherfucker. That nigga, I mean, it was so easy to body it next to Ye because that nigga forgot everything. That mother, that shit, like, Ye shit even came out that night. He was tripping. I don't know if he was in a moment too much.
That nigga was tripping off of Drizzy, nigga.
Yeah, he did. I guess so.
It was like Drizzy finna come out. You know that nigga finna body your ass. But, you know what I'm saying?
We was looking at, like, runs the other day on my other podcast, and we got to where Drake took over, which was around the 2011 mark, 2010, and we like, man, is anybody gonna be able to replace him? And if it is, who is? What do we feel about that? I always tell people Travis Scott was the guy that was gonna come get the torch if it was anybody, but after the Astroworld fallout, I no longer think that's a possibility.
I think it's a possibility.
From Travis.
No, I think it's a possibility if they change their direction of what they consider commercial. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you talking about the music industry.
Right. So they have to, in order for you to find that, bro, you have to get out of the lane of what it is that is already established. You get what I mean? Like, I don't, like, so we got motherfuckers like Smino, right? To me, and I'm not saying he is the next up. Right. I'm just saying, like, that's a nigga that sounds like no other, right?
Right.
And he makes music at a high caliber. And I think they need to shine light. I think it's all about what you shine light on commercially, bro. So you just switch it up in the hip hop. Hip hop has so many different subgenres. Mm-hmm. You can't. Okay, Drizzy Lane is done, and everybody is copying that. Like, it's over with. Okay, now we need to go to another subgenre and let that shine, bro.
So what you think about when I say I feel like that's happened, but they still haven't it's never been a singular person to be enough to be like a threat, really, seriously, right?
I don't know yet. You know what I'm saying?
So
I can't say that.
I say that with the subgenre of drill. Drill, it's came at a full force in.
It's more to it though, bro.
Pop Smoke was one of those guys.
The reason
He was a force.
The reason I say it's more to it, okay, you got people that can only make hits, right? But Drizzy, you still, what people say, they say real music always is gonna stand out. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, he still gives you real music, bro.
Right.
Timeless music, right? I can't sit here and say that they're allowing people that gives timeless music to that standard, you know what I'm saying? The shine, the light.
So who are those artists you feel that are like, you talking about, I guess what you think, the Seminos, who else you feel?
No, I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just saying, I think.
I'm trying to put it
No, I'm just, no, I get it. I don't know. I really don't. I lay it with that though. But my thing is, I think there is somebody there. We just have to give, because that lane is just that lane. Hip hop is so fucking much more, bro, than just that lane.
Fuck.
Give them the light. Like, we need more people to speak to this generation. That's one, in a way of where it will connect, not just that way of the industry knowing what is popping, right? I know a girl, bro. Okay, see, bro, she tapped in with so much people, and she showed me so many different styles of just rap within a hip hop period. And I sat there was just like, why aren't they out, bro? Like, why aren't they shining? And she was able to break it down to me, like, bro, I mean, that's just not where the industry is right now. And they're doing it based off of, that's a whole nother, you know what I'm saying, conversation, but they're doing it based off of black culture ignorance.
Now, what you saying? Now, hold on. Because she humming too much for me to not have her opinion. What is she talking? All right, break it down for us, bro. I want to follow it because she obviously get it.
So it's to what Leon Colin was talking about, and then when Charlamagne put his ass on blast about Jews, and which is kind of what Kanye was talking about. But you know what I'm saying? It's to that, right? So if you put out more of the excellence part, which still talks to our life experience just in another way, to where it will impact us in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? I think Drake did that at one point, and I think that's what actually initially got him out here. You know what I'm saying? Was how he delivered it from a sensitive, romantic way, right? Whatever, however his lane was, bruh, that's what got him out here. I do think there are people that are able to deliver in innovative ways, bruh, and be more eclectic. You know what I'm saying? And just give it to people. I just think it needs to be shined upon, bro. I think it's not. I think people are addicted to this.
So when you
Lil Durk, Lil Baby wave, right? Which ain't giving you nothing. It's ignorance.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, it's basically like we gonna sign a rapper that shoot him up, bang bang over the guy that's giving any uplifting empowerment,
but that's talented
music,
though, along with it. That could actually take over that Drake of what you're saying.
Yeah.
I bet you if you give that person shine and the same backing as you do Drake.
Do you feel like, well, hold on. All right, let's entertain that. I don't know.
And it's more to it because also, and this is my last point.
No, go ahead.
Also, you have to understand this is a different day and age, right? So it's a lot more competitive. You know what I'm saying? Drake, it wasn't that much competitive. You had MySpace, but that man didn't have also as much nearly as competition as he do now. I mean, as we do now when it comes to just rappers and how much everybody can do by themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that also definitely impacts what the industry will see too. You know what I'm saying?
So let's entertain the idea where you saying if the industry or the powers that be allowed the emphasis to be on somebody that was, you know, rapping or having a message that was uplifting, empowering the people. Let's throw out some candidates that do fit that criteria and see if I want to see when you throw the names out if they would. I would say possibly there could be actually somebody that could have the momentum to be at that point. Like, who are some of those people that come to mind? Anybody can throw, not just you. If you got somebody, like, who are some of those people that come to mind that kind of fit that mold of a rapper or artist?
Are we talking only to rap, or are we talking?
Pretty, yeah. Well, rap, because I said Drake. Okay. Because I'm talking about, this came from after looking at like, has Jay-Z ever had a year where he was dominant enough since he came out? Like, I did on other podcasts.
Like, the only person he died, bro, was X, right? Like, I think he could have spoke to this generation, but also could have definitely educated and also influenced them in a positive way, bro.
So do you think that's the
mindset.
connection? Do you believe in the
think
conspiracies? That's why he was taken out of here.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say that.
You don't want to get into that.
Hell no.
But X definitely was.
Yo, hold on, but I don't want to laugh. R.I.P. to X. He was
Yes.
definitely
sure.
somebody that
Yeah.
was. I was influenced by. I followed
nigga
his
was
music.
cold.
I totally agree. He was definitely the kid that was gonna be next up.
was
That was a
cold.
threat. I don't like the whole narrative that they pointed back to Drizzy saying he got. I ain't with that. But he was definitely somebody that was coming to be in that same space.
Yeah.
I would agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
He had the soul and kind of the voice of kind of like a Pop.
Right.
Just with how vocal and unfiltered he was with his message.
Yes.
Yeah, he
and
didn't
he
care.
was about in educating like actually the youth.
Yes.
That boy would have like streams for hours on his IG like
Motivating.
giving hard concrete news and information that probably they didn't want people to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
They didn't.
shout out to X. I always said the people that were next, I believe they all are not here. I said it was X, Juice, and Pop. All three of them, they were huge momentum pieces in all their lanes they ran. Like Juice, he was doing numbers at an astronomical rate. Dude had albums doing 400K, only being out for about 2 years. Nuts.
Yeah.
Pop, man, I really had big hopes for him, man.
Me too.
We could go back to even somebody like a Nipsey. He's from another. Look, you don't want to get into that bag,
I
huh?
love Nipsey. I fucking love
Yeah, but all these people that unfortunately passed away, I feel like they passed away when the momentum was at an all-time high for them, which is crazy. It make you want to get into that conspiracy bag. I don't like to get into it, but I always believe you can take a grain of salt that's gonna be true out of almost any conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I think that's why, for me personally, it hurt so
think so
bad
for
with
Nipsey.
X, because we have seen X over the last 25 years go through so many peaks and valleys.
now hold on, we may be talking about two different X's.
Huh?
They talking about XX Tentacion, and you talking about DMX.
my
See,
God.
don't start. See, all right.
nothing wrong with
Let me
that,
try to
though.
get
What you saying with that?
let me try to get myself together. So we talk. See,
I get
I
what
might be
you're
too
saying about
old for
DMX.
this. I might need to step out.
oh
Y'all do
my
this
God! I mean, TC.
When
did
you
that-
say X, I'm thinking about DMX. That's who I'm thinking
you know
about.
what? I feel you.
I don't know, and that's no disrespect to Triple X.
It's no
but-
disrespect to neither one of them.
No,
Like they
it's no
respectively,
disrespect.
I respect them both.
I thought because y'all was talking about Jay-Z,
Right.
so I connect X in that era.
Right.
Right. DMX. Because they were actually affiliated.
Now, X, you know, you
so
all right.
That's why I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
that gap was way big for me to think y'all was talking about Triple X.
Yeah, no, that's
what I'm
facts.
saying.
Triple X. I know you're right. If I'm saying X, I would associate that with DMX. Like,
Yes.
it's like when people say Mello. Like, Lil Mello hasn't overtook the name Carmelo. Like, you kind of got to distinguish. Like, X was Triple X, I should say, was making an impact, but it wasn't enough to where when you say X, you could just anonymous. You could just think that's
Somebody
only
made a point
exclusive to
that,
X.
though, when it was like
what I'm
Best
saying?
Rapper Live, and I don't mean to like.
No, you good. What you talking about?
flip it, but they were like, it was like it's crazy because Jay-Z never really had like the best album out that year. You know what I'm saying? And like when DMX put out his double album, like, he surpassed Jay-Z when he put out his album. So it's like he never had a year of where he shined solely.
Yeah,
By
like
himself.
dominance. That's what our debate was about.
But he shows you how progression looks like.
He shows you progression and longevity.
How to have a
But the debate we was
long-term-
having was like, it's crazy that I religiously have Hove as the number one hip hop rapper of all time, right? But it's crazy to be like he has that feat, but never had a singular year
I respect that.
of running it or a span of years. Like,
Eminem is definitely bigger than fucking Jay-Z in rap.
Well, no, I respect Jay-Z one
I
because he's
agree with
quite
that,
an M.
but I don't think
And
he's
then, but
that was the M years were the years that we said like Hove kind of shared. If it was any years with M,
well, even
Well,
in
no,
that
I'm
record,
talking
he
about
said
longevity.
the only people
Oh,
moving
longevity.
units
You know what I'm
is
saying?
M,
Yeah,
Pimp
yeah,
Juice, and
right.
us.
Yeah.
So he was shouting out himself, Rockefeller. He was shouting out Eminem, and he was definitely shouting out Nelly. I feel like he was talking about with Pimp Juice. Am I wrong?
for
Nah,
sure.
Nelly
Yeah.
did his thing.
Yeah.
Nah, Nelly,
You know.
ain't no denying that. For
Yeah.
sure. Nelly
Yeah.
was doing his thing.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess if I always try to say this because people, if we talking about different like debates and stuff, and I hate to get off what we're talking about, but for me personally, Eminem is one of the most skillful rappers of all time. He may not, to people, be the best hip hop artist or maybe whatever, but if you want to get into skill and dynamics, like I feel like you cannot mention him like out of that category. But a lot of people are saying now, well, only reason because he's white. And I'm like, what kind of crap is that? You know what I'm saying?
You can say his complexion, may have exaggerated, but if to take away whatever he is, when you look at his skills, he's one of the most skilled ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, his wordplay is ridiculous, his cadence is ridiculous, his lyricism is ridiculous. He actually can make songs and hits, and he can storytell. Like, nah, bro, skill. Like, when you look at the metrics of skill. He's going to check off at a high rate almost at everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He may not be your cup of tea. You may not be able to relate with him.
Right. Absolutely.
Objectively, though, you can't deny. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, man, shout out to M. Shout out to Hov. Shout out to the guys we just mentioned, man.
Yes.
But no, but to your point, bro, I think X was the only one. X was the... Triple X, sorry.
Okay.
Triple X.
Yes.
Triple X was the person that would be able to compete at that level. But again, I don't think his genre was a commercial genre until he came in. So it's going to take somebody else. Yeah. It might take a while, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I honestly, when I look at the field, like if you had to ask me who's going to run it for the next 10 years, Drake or the field, I would still pick Drake. It's just like that.
That's like
fortunately,
age of 46, bro.
I understand it. Like,
that sucks.
But he's so active.
It's not even about that. It just sucks.
Like, he's almost synonymous with music.
Right, but that also shows where people are.
I know.
I love your love.
Yeah, I know. I gotta.
Yeah, that.
I haven't really got on the high horse for Drizzy in a while, so I kind of got to.
I absolutely love it. It's so genuine, and it makes me want to say, should I change my thoughts? It's like, no.
It really is, dog. Like, but that's a real thing. Like, if you ask me who's gonna run it for the next 10 years, Drake or the field, I would honestly say Drake. Yeah. Like, I mean, I guess by default, because he has so much promise in his music from what he's already done. Mm-hmm. But then there's so much question in the field. Mm-hmm. When I look at it, what do we have to look at?
Right.
There's nobody that's
what they said when Rory and Mal said, they was like, bruh, we don't need Drake to retire, bruh. We don't need that nigga because we don't know what's gonna happen.
We don't know.
Hip hop gonna die.
Like, it's literally like he's like synonymous to we don't know when LeBron. We don't even know what the NBA is gonna be like when LeBron's out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we feel good about some faces that's coming up.
That just tells me where we at.
Jason Tatum.
Right, of course, you know how I'm about Tatum, but it's like we don't look at it and say, oh, somebody can definitely fulfill Bron's shoes.
Right.
You know, it kind of has his worry right on.
What was the guy that was playing for New Orleans? When he playing for New Orleans?
Zion Williamson. Yeah, he's out of here.
They the one who originally they were saying he's like LeBron. Yeah. That was the thing when he
unfortunately,
came in.
man, his body.
That nigga like James. He like, what's that nigga name? Damn,
I'm tired of this shit. Hold on, I got it. I'm going to just put it right here. This going to work right here.
Okay.
What's that nigga name?
Zion Williamson.
Blake. What's his last
Blake Griffin?
Blake Griffin. He remind me of Blake Griffin.
Zion, yeah, pretty much. Blake Griffin. The crazy thing is, Blake Griffin going to have a better career than Zion Williamson. Because he's actually had some years to actually be on the court.
Right.
Zion Williamson has played literally less than 40% of his games out of the first 3 or 4 years in the league. That sucks. It's terrible, bro. So what if story
been
already?
Injured?
Been injured. Can't stay on the court. Sad story. It was a segment where we was talking about, are these rappers still in their prime? And there was one name that was pretty historical, but surprisingly, a lot of people agreed on that they were out of their prime. And he's preferably new. Lil Baby. What do y'all feel about that? Let me give y'all
I never gave a fuck about him, so I can't speak.
I think
this cat ain't right, man.
Okay, I want to say this. Can I be honest about Lil Baby? I think Lil Baby is great, right? I'll say that there. I think he's good. I think the bigger picture, at the time it came out, it was a record that was needed. Mm-hmm. But before that, can I say that I was really on him? No, I will be honest there. But a lot of the OGs in hip hop ran behind him. Yeah. No, they did. These are facts. They ran behind him. But I can't personally say that I was ever on that train. Do I think he's out of his prime? I don't want to say yes, but I think it's time to show me something else.
I'm with all that. I couldn't agree more with everything you said. Because I didn't agree with it. My boy was saying, what are you laughing at, Em? So my boy was saying he believes he's out of his prime. I said he's in a space, what you just said, where he needs to prove that he's not.
Right.
And, you know, because it's great. He had a nice mixtape run.
Did he get comfortable?
I think he may have got complacent. He may have gotten that.
Okay.
Because the success from my turn was astronomical. Whoa. He had joints with Drizzy that was flowing around where he was killing him.
Yeah.
Wants and Needs. Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
His feature run has always been crazy.
Absolutely.
And then
he had the record with Nicki.
He had a record with Nicki.
Yep, he had the record with Nicki.
And then you got It's Only Me. That album almost felt like a collection of songs that was left off the Freshman album. I'm like, bro, you can't. So the other narrative that was going on with The Baby is he's keep giving us the same song. On the first album with Lil Baby, he showed a little diversity. But then come the second album, he kind of retreated back to just giving us the same stuff. And like, we not finna keep taking the same sauce over and over when you are supposedly the person people saying, next up. You got a different expectation than Roddy Ricch, than Trippie Redd, than with some of these other people that aren't.
So because when I listen to his music, I don't, like I said, my expectation is not higher. Like, where do you expect him to go?
People were projecting him to be the guy that's going. I guess I never. Honestly, bro, only person I seriously considered to saying only person I considered to seriously being contending for somebody that can challenge Drake's spot and saying I can hold it down was Travis Scott. He's the only person I believe that ever had serious contention with being able to pull it off. But people were looking at Lil Baby as if he was becoming that. No, bro. So that's the expectation.
That's still, not to me.
That's what people.
No versatility. Like
people were saying he was the Wayne of now, which is crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot because
he does the same
I could speak from the
and talk about the
like
same shit.
The OG era because a lot of those OGs that were co-signing him or giving him that green light, these were rappers that I grew up loving and listening to and buying their records. So it made me. Actually. I respected their opinion. I have to be 100% honest. Yeah. So I started buying a little bit more into the Lil Baby brand than I probably did before the bigger picture or before these cosign. I'm just being honest. And I was just like,
Yeah, you did it cut.
And I felt like, should I feel bad for feeling this way? Right. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like now, it's just like, I want to see you try more.
Yeah.
But is that arrogant? Is that ignorant of me to ask that if that's his style and what he wants to be known for?
Where is he going?
Right. Like, so I'm like, is that ignorant? I think he hit a
ceiling. I don't think he can go nowhere.
So I mean, I always put myself in the shoes of the artist, right? Like, his formula is a winning formula. Like, the album still sold over 200,000. Like, the nigga still make.
Will he do it again?
I don't know. Like, he's his next album may not outsell it because of the flack from this one. But you really find out what an artist is made about when the odds are against them musically. Like, the odds are against Baby only. Like, we don't even like. It ain't like he got something going on outside of music for us to be biased against him.
Right.
We literally like this only because of the music. And so, if we can be biased against you, you can very much win us back if you create something that's actually dope. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I always tell people, bro, like, great music is the formula through any controversy.
I agree.
When you look at Meek in the midst of going with Drake, yes, Drake had to kind of give him some bail.
You can't deny.
But you couldn't deny the shit he was giving to you on that, what was that fucking album? It was the album that had Tory Lanez on the Liddy Again record. That album is crazy. And it went off. Tory Lanez in the midst of what he going through. Bro, as much as niggas want to hate that dude, niggas cannot deny that nigga music.
To me,
Chris Brown,
that's another nigga that could have. I just wish I think he had a time in his life where he could have shot to a place.
Yeah,
he fucked that up though.
Yeah, man.
He was on the road. What you were saying?
He was on the no. Chris Brown, another nigga, dog. Where it's like no matter the circumstance that surrounds this guy's name,
Yes.
We can't deny this nigga music.
No.
We can't deny. I mean, you can go
talent.
back to even literally the worst of the worst in many of eyes.
Yes.
R. Kelly.
Yeah.
No matter what this nigga has done,
His
the
music
music
is-
will be played.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree.
So, no, good music will win through any
So
controversy.
People are saying that they have stopped
Listening to R.
playing
Kelly.
R.
That's
Kelly.
cap.
I don't
the
believe
but,
nobody.
But what I'm saying is the streams show different.
Right.
So somebody lying.
They are.
If you gonna
they
stop
lying.
and you gonna stand on it,
It ain't the
hey,
streams.
kudos to you.
Right.
You're standing up for, these women or whatever or different things. But the
Right.
streams are not lying. They're going up and up and up.
Up
where
and up and
now
up, baby.
They're saying they're going to give the money from the streams to the victims, allegedly.
Woo! Maybe that's some
Allegedly.
muddy business that they
Yes.
got going on over there.
So,
yeah, that's some.
I just with that a lot of times I don't know.
Yeah.
It's touchy to get
You see
into.
my yeah.
It's touchy to get into.
Yeah, did you
because
see me?
We don't know what happened behind closed door. I'm not even speaking on R. Kelly, so y'all can.
Please don't. We do not need
I'm
that.
I'm not even speaking on that. I'm just saying, like, will people really ever stop listening to the music? Because they're saying they are, but the streams are going up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People say, I'm just being honest. People say they can't stand the Kardashians. Yet a lot of times their following gets higher. So I don't understand a lot of that. I'm like, y'all saying this, but the numbers and different things are showing me
Bedtime, sorry.
Or showing different.
Or showing different. Now there might be a slight decline on the Kardashians now. But I'm just saying, for years, people were saying, I don't support them. I don't watch that. I don't do this. But the
toxicity.
numbers was going up and up and
exactly.
up.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just like, are people just saying that
Yes.
for
That's exactly what it
clout
is.
or
Because the
cap
numbers
or
are saying
whatever,
something
or
totally
to seem
different.
like they're caring? Or,
Yes.
I don't know.
There's a lot of trolling. You know what I mean? It's
More than trolling,
it's the
bro.
spirit,
Trolling
spirit
is
of a
different.
troller.
Trolling is a person that's been ignorant, just poking the bear, right?
Poking the bear.
We got people that are just
Lying. You talking about liars now? You don't like people don't like to be called liars. You know what I'm saying? But when you doing this so consecutively, what are you? You know what I mean?
society, nigga.
Yeah, see,
Crazy.
I don't know why I got hurt. See, come on. All right, back to the Lil Baby. But if you don't mind, Ams, like, give us a little insight, because you actually one of the only people that I know that like go to bat for Lil Baby, musically wise. You know what I
Why?
mean? Like,
Why?
you still feel like he rocking with something though, right?
I just enjoy the music. I'm a true St. Louisian. When we like something, we like it. Gotti can drop an album today sounding just like cocaine music. When are we gonna love the shit? If we like it, we like it.
She a fan, true fan.
Right. So
Some
you
people
loyal.
just like,
You're
some people
loyal.
just like they,
like Lil Baby sound.
right.
Is that-
probably gonna like it.
But you
I
don't-
think he's going anywhere.
Right, or growing, right.
But we just cool with this. We
Y'all just cool with, all right, right.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, I always gotta
But
laugh.
I think
Just
Lil
let me
Baby,
interview y'all.
I
You
think
know what
Lil
I'm saying? At the
Baby,
end of the day,
Can I say
want to
this?
interview him.
What
I
you
think
got? What
Lil
you got,
Baby
TJ?
has a chance to evolve if he wants to. If he wants to say it a certain way, he can. Plenty of artists have did it over the years, and they have done just fine.
Yeah.
Who?
I
You
had
know
to
one
get
person. You know one person that has changed their narrative
Busta
though.
Rhymes.
Hold on.
No.
Let me give you
cannot
one
let you
person.
say
Look,
that.
I
You said Busta Rhymes?
I'm just joking. I'm talking
The
about as
fuck?
far as theatrics and different things like that.
But he's not theatrical.
hey, look. Let me give you
I
somebody.
didn't
that's-
say
Lil
Lil Baby
Baby
was
is
theatrical.
da-da-da-da-da-da.
Busta Rhymes is great. I love Busta Rhymes.
somebody.
Right, you can't do that.
Somebody
I'm
that
not
nigga's
dissing
dyslexic.
him. That's the thing. People think if you say an example, you diss somebody. Go ahead, word.
No,
Oh my god.
that was a bad
Hey, look,
example, though.
Somebody that's changed their narrative
I know
late
what you're
into their
saying.
story, bro.
Like,
After we felt like the book
on
was
your ass.
thrown at him, bro. Was
what
Nas.
book?
Nas.
What about him?
Over this series of the King Disease 1 through
Yes,
3,
yes.
he has made me personally.
He is
I view him in the ranks totally different prior to the King Disease 1 and 2, 3. Like, he changed the narrative, bro. Like, at first it was like, his first couple albums was classics, but then his second chapter I didn't really rock with none of it. Production was horrible, and then he got with Hit Boy, and then it just changed everything for me, bro.
So
and
what
then
are you saying?
especially
What are you
because
saying?
I'm saying, like, I don't ever count somebody out
Right, but what I don't like.
I'm relating it back to Lil Baby.
Okay.
To why we saying he still may have a chance. What she was saying.
So you said 10 years, 20 years from now, he might do better.
That's an extreme. I'm saying though, because he released music way faster than Nas.
This is different year. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm saying like, if not the next album, he still may be able to maybe not his
because
trajectory
they focusing
where
on
he
the
was.
music, right?
Right, but he may be able to regain some of that traction that was once promised.
I don't know.
Before he started to go this way where we kind of doubted him. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't doubt him. I think he will be able to deliver his sound at a high level I just think that's where he at, bro. And he's been doing it. He's steady doing it.
And so at the end of this,
where's he going?
So there's nobody we really believe in our.
I can't say right now. I don't know the person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
I do believe there is a person.
You got anybody?
You know who I would like to really see get her fair chance?
Yeah.
What's that? No, I got somebody.
Who I would really like to see get their fair chance.
It might not be a man, bro. That's real.
It's not.
Talk your shit.
I'm interested. Who we talking? Cause here we go.
I know y'all gonna be like
rap though. Or you talking about rap or what we doing?
Oh, rapping R&B.
Tierra Whack.
Hip hop. It's all together.
Who we got?
Tierra Whack.
I think Tierra Whack is amazing.
Who you got?
I think. What's the other lady name? Tika. Chica. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I think she's amazing. But I would really love to see Tink get another chance.
She.
I would.
She been in the game for a long
and
time.
let me say why. When she came out, she was so young, right?
Right.
And then she got the attention of her Chicago people, right?
Like
then she got the attention of Tim, and she had the record label. And I think people saw how freaking talented she was, but I don't think they understood her as an artist. And I would really love to see.
But whose fault is that though?
I don't know, but I just feel like she's one of the people I would love to see really get a fair second chance. And that's just my opinion. I feel like she could take it. I feel like she's talented enough.
Depends on the artist.
I feel like she was on big. She is another person I would love to see an alternate universe for.
That's real.
I'm with that. I like that pickup because I really rock with her music. Mm-hmm. Now I tell you, it can always be partially the artist, but bro, that nigga Don Kenny said something recent. He was like, bro, whoever the best is at branding is the most powerful person in the room. And when you got somebody like a Tink, I don't know if she's always had the best branding and marketing behind her, but her music, for the most part that I've heard, has always been solid. Yeah. It's always been solid. It's really good now when she's with Hitmaker. I love her chemistry with Hitmaker. I just think she has to get put on the either right label situation, co-signed by the right, mogul is for a CEO. I ain't saying somebody like a Diddy, but somebody that has that type of influence of a Diddy that when I say, this is that, she gonna go up.
I really like Diddy, but I definitely don't want Tink to go there.
Chloe
She's
Bailey.
Ass. She is ass.
They finna come kill your ass.
No.
She is
you
ass.
will not get on here and diss Chloe D. Bailey.
She looks great. Hey, she look great. And
her songwriting, her producing, she can play instruments. This woman can sing. This girl fine. Everything.
So what you talking about? Music?
Man, I think her
I can't even sit in this conversation.
I think her music is so
So you checked out the new album?
I listened to her singles.
Okay.
Every time I listen to her singles.
Check out the new album.
Okay.
You may come away with a better dosage of what she gives. And it's better than the single.
I think she's another artist that's misunderstood that needs to be. That's why I believe in artist development. Not saying she didn't have it, I
think she tries too hard.
I just think she's multi-talented. I think her brain
she does try too hard.
Everywhere. I think her brain is everywhere.
She's trying to sell off sex and that ain't her.
No, I don't think she's
trying
to
come get you.
I don't think she's just trying to sell off sex.
She tapping into the motherfucker gatekeepers. Boy, they like bend that ass over. She like, okay.
Moss, come on.
Look at TC.
She's selling that ass.
Oh, no, we not.
She ain't do that at first. No, we not.
Just because she embraces her body doesn't mean she's just trying to sell
So that's
sex.
embracing your body?
Yeah, because look at what she said about Sworn.
Hold on.
She said,
no.
All right, so let's have a conversation about that.
We finna definitely have a conversation about this.
I'm not. Because
so you telling me? No. You started this.
Let me mediate it.
I don't. Go ahead.
Let me mediate it. So there's the side where you say she's embracing her body. She's growing up. It's always a
in
challenge.
front of our eyes.
Right. It's always a challenge as a
Crazy
kid.
women, I love y'all.
Hold on. It's always a challenge as a kid star to grow up in front of everybody because your life is in front of everybody and it's magnified. And then you have the side of you where you like, well, she's selling her soul. She's compromising for whatever we feel like her career
she feels
her
that,
career would elevate.
I don't give a fuck what nobody says, bro. She feels that this is the only way that she will be able to cross over is by sexualizing who she is as a woman, my nigga. She would have never have done that because that is not her foundation. That is not how she was raised. Period, bro.
Is she trying to find herself though?
But why? Say it again. Say what you just said.
Is she trying to find herself?
I don't know, but if that's the case,
no, because it is some women.
Listen to what you said.
No, I'm just saying. Give me a chance. I know it might not be the popular opinion in the room, but what I'm saying is, give her a chance to find herself. If she's embracing this right now, because she said she was a chubby child. These different things. She's went through this. So she's trying to find herself. Will this be her in 5 years?
She's been on YouTube for hellas and nobody has ever seen she was chubby.
Okay, I'm going off what she's actually said the heck out of her mouth. I seen the young girl when
you
she
said
was
she's
in
trying
Meet
to
the
find
Browns.
herself.
When she was in Meet the Browns,
why
the
do
movie.
why do a lot
You
of
didn't go through a period where you was trying to find yourself?
I get it. I get where you coming from, but all I'm trying to say
what's the question we got?
It's not even a question, it's just a statement in my opinion. You feel me? Mm-hmm. What I'm trying to say is she's trying to find herself, and the only way she know how is by objectifying herself sexually, my G. That is not healthy. That does not get you to that point. I don't give a fuck. That's real. That's real as a motherfucker, bro. There's other ways for you to find yourself other than sitting here bending my fucking ass over, getting hit from the back, or sitting there trying to take off more clothes.
She's in a movie.
I don't.
It's
not even just that. It's not even just that.
I mean, what is it? A show?
Listen to me. Let me finish.
Show.
It's not just the movie. It's not just the show. Really, it's the videos. It's how she doing it. I don't think it's about I love my body. I think it's more about she is trying to cross the fuck over.
So from any other artist,
and she's trying her hard. It still ain't hitting. And it still ain't hitting.
Was those other artists?
Why is it not hitting?
Why was it a big deal when other artists were trying to do it?
Listen, but
I'm asking that question.
Check me out.
Okay, because I'm not going to
scream. She's doing what she's doing, and it's still not hitting.
So hold on, let's break this down. So
it's still not hitting.
Hold on. So you talking about?
Is it hitting?
Let's walk through it because she's bending over in Swarm. Did you see Swarm?
Yes, I seen Swarm.
So you saying her performance in there wasn't good?
I think she's a great actor. Though I do think she's a great actor.
I think she's a good actor.
I do think she's a good actor.
So
she's naturally a good actor. I think she can be great.
So let me try to get my 2 cents on how I feel about the scene.
No, stay where you at. Then get it to. I want to know where you finna go with.
And then I have a question.
So I was walking down by the whole. It's still not hitting. So I think musically she is a talent. I think after I heard this last album,
vocally great.
After I heard this last album, she actually can make some dope songs and put together a project as a solo artist.
Which is why you told me to listen to the album.
Which is why I told you to listen to the album. Yes. So I would say the hitting is questionable or unanswered for you right now.
Okay.
Her acting, she's been in Grownish. Mm-hmm. She's been in this Swarm. She just got a new joint that was on Peacock with Drewski and all them.
Yes.
I think she's good there.
Right.
But you saying for how much she's sacrificing her body, it's not worth it.
No, because it's not who she is, bro.
See, that's the part where I can't really speak to because I don't know her who she is.
I feel that based off of just because see she's the same girl that has lived her life online, right?
Right.
And if I see you live your life online, I'm watching who you are. You know what I'm saying? Your parents, like you're trying to break away. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's not coming. What would I say? She's trying too hard. Too hard. Anybody that tries too hard, it just means it's not naturally you.
Can I ask the question now?
If something's naturally you, it will come over to where I will be feeling connected. I can't feel you being naked because it don't feel like you really feel comfortable.
She like
so do you feel it's certain artists?
There's some type of conflict there.
Can I ask you a question? Do you feel it's certain artists that this is more the way that Chloe Bailey is coming off is more authentic? I think
some people are just like that, and it comes off to where I connect to it, and I feel that energy.
Or is that just what you like, or is it really a feeling?
Because I think she's a sexy ass woman.
No, I'm just saying Chloe is receiving just so much backlash
because
and
they can feel it's not her.
I've seen
like they don't feel
the only reason why I'm kind of playing
people feel that shit.
Devil's advocate. What we got?
Yeah, the only reason why I'm playing devil's advocate for her is because I've seen other artists use this same formula that did not get the backlash. They got praise. They got bigger. They got number ones. They got all this. So I'm saying, why are they coming down so hard on Chloe? Why?
Do you think there's any connection with her being signed directly to Beyonce?
Absolutely, and it's not fair. I think it is.
Sexually is
people constantly
I'm not saying because Beyonce is like she sells sex or whatever, but I'm saying because she innately gets that comparison.
You want to know why I say no?
You
want to know why I say no? You want to know why I say no? Because I didn't even know she was signed to Beyonce, my nigga.
But most people do.
That's a minority opinion.
That's a minority opinion.
I don't. But at the end of the day, I didn't know.
Most people don't know that she is signed to Beyonce.
That's why I don't agree. So I'm not feeling connected, not based off of fucking Beyonce. I feel like you just don't fit that. It don't feel like it's natural.
And that's fine. That could be a thing.
Because you said she's probably trying to find herself. I get it.
Right.
But I'm saying the direction of what she chose to go, a lot of people go.
You feel it's not authentic.
It's just like, stop doing that shit.
You feel it's not authentic.
You don't have to go that way every fucking time, bro.
Women don't have to find themselves through promiscuity.
Like, what the fuck?
But I just asked, I said,
that's all I'm saying.
I also said, why is,
It's like, that's where everybody goes. That's where they all go. I want to shake my ass and show titties.
But what about
men don't sell sex?
No, and some men look lame as fuck. They look gay damn near trying to do it.
But we don't want to say look gay.
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm sorry.
I ain't got shit against that. I'm just saying it look not right on you, bro. You ain't smooth with it. It don't fit you. It is what it is.
Well,
so do you think some of this is exaggerated, being that she is an artist in R&B? Like, you don't think some of this is being manufactured from the label?
I think if she spoke again from who she is, bro, I'm big on speaking from who you truly are. And I don't have no other way of saying it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what other way I can say it, my G. Is just speak from truly who you are, and I promise you the people will connect.
Listen to that album, bro, because she actually is
transparent. I will listen to it.
She's transparent on there, and you see this. You see this almost internal dilemma with who she is.
Yes.
She may not even know.
Is that why it's called Pieces? Is that why it's called Pieces?
I don't know. I'm gonna listen to it.
Listen to the album.
Feel like image-wise, it don't look authentic.
But honestly, man, it's a lot of women in the industry. It's a lot of women in the industry struggling with that stuff, bro. Yeah. When you listen to that SZA album, dog,
but SZA
you almost feel sorry for this.
You said other women look. It looks more authentic.
Truth,
she is, but her truth is
how she walk it. It's her. I feel
for SZA.
Yes.
For SZA,
I feel it, but it's sad, bro.
It is. That's
great.
Sad. It's authentic.
It is.
Give me that. You show me you human as fuck, bro.
Yeah, but I want to see a better.
She is where she is.
No, well, she is just overwhelmingly more talented too now.
Yeah,
but also because
now y'all not gonna say Chloe not talented. Come on, y'all.
I'm talking about musicality. Now I ain't putting Chloe in that bag. What you got on wax? I'm not talking about performance. What you put on wax? I don't like. Chloe don't make me feel like SZA.
Or sonically,
walk in it a lot more.
What you put on
authentic.
wax?
I love SZA, so I'm not arguing nothing about SZA not being great. SZA is awesome. I think she's amazing. I think she looks great. I love this last album.
And her body's fake as fuck. And
that's crazy. She's so authentic and so fake.
You know why? Right. But she authentically says she's fake, nigga.
That shit ain't. Now the internet ain't ready.
The realest shit.
The internet ain't ready for that,
bro. She said I'm authentic.
Okay, so let's segue into another question that
I have. What you got?
Okay. So how do you feel? How do you feel about the recent thing with Alexis Sky, Black China, wanting to be known as Angela White? They're denouncing the fake lifestyle, and they want to be known as their natural self.
I love it.
So how do you feel about that?
I love it.
For me personally, I think it's a bittersweet moment. I feel like people individually already should believe that. It's sad because the impression and the influence that the industry have is so strong that they went to these lengths to do that. But
which was also physically making them sick from the fake silicone.
But it's also a good thing that they can circle around to come into finding themselves and loving themselves for who they really are. Yeah. Now it's still a procedure they got to go through.
That's all.
You see what I'm saying? But it's
do you think more people are going to follow?
I don't
Yes.
know. I don't hope
Yes.
so. I ain't.
Yes.
I like my women
Yes.
thick.
Yes. Yes.
Why?
Because everybody in this bitch in reality in life right now is empty as a motherfucker, and that they
So
see
they gotta
somebody.
empty themselves physically.
No, they need to see somebody that is of influence and impact doing
Doing
what they
that.
And a
really
lot of
want to
those
do.
people are trying to get connected to their spiritual
Come
side.
on
They're
now.
they're
They just-
they're
But you
getting
know what?
baptized. They're talking about
the
God.
shit
They're
is.
talking
See,
about
I don't know.
different things.
I don't like when people start using religion and God as a trendy fad, which I believe it's a lot of that stuff going on. I sincerely pray that that's not what's happening. But it's hard
that they're really finding.
that they're really finding and growing in their relationship with God or whatever
My
it may
thing
be.
is, why is that at the end
But
of
it's
the day?
dangerous when you see it in Hollywood because it's a trendy thing when it's being done in Hollywood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But it's interesting to see, and I want to
That's
see
real.
what happens from this. Like if you're saying like a Chloe is not being her authentic self,
Because people gonna
and
figure
she
out how to monetize off of course.
right. But but say this is authentic coming from these other ladies, right? Let's speak in that way.
Okay.
If she sees this and she's able to say, you know what, I'm not being authentic, and I'm able to go this way, do you think people will buy it then? Will buy her then?
Yes, because she's being authentic.
Well,
That's my whole point.
Oh, go ahead,
like
Am.
he said, because I hate the singles too.
Oh, God.
Everything
Ass.
you say about her, I literally feel the same exact way. Even when I listen to her video Pray, what she's saying is so much more than what she's giving. It's so sexual. It don't even
don't
match
fit her.
the song.
wow, okay.
But when you go to
I like that.
her album and you listen, like even she's still kind of playing at the beginning, but the further you get into it, she is like breaking down.
Who she
Yeah.
Like
really
she's
is.
being more
Pieces.
vulnerable.
I'ma listen
She's
to that
taking the
album.
guards down. She's
Yeah.
taking the guards down and really letting you in on who kind of what the struggles
listening
of
And
her
guess
reality
what?
is.
If it's 12 songs on there, 2 of them sound like the singles.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, most of them sound like
Nothing
the
like
singles
Oh,
don't
for
work.
real?
Yeah.
Most of the
Because she's trying
singles
to
are not
find
on the
herself.
album.
Yeah.
Have Mercy, Treat Me are not on the album.
That's crazy.
Like it was only that Body You Do and the one with Chris Brown.
so
that
I'm
was
gonna listen
singles.
to it then.
Yeah.
I gotta listen to it.
You gotta listen to
Yeah.
it, bro.
Yeah.
And
'Cause
look,
I don't
man,
like what I see. I ain't gonna
Damage
lie.
Control is a place where takes are really harsh, but they come from a sincere
Oh yeah.
space.
Fuck you
Yes.
talking about?
You see what I'm saying? we come from a really sincere,
They
passionate
can tell.
place. You know what I mean? So it's no real slander on these people. They all are
Absolutely
just,
not.
just for the topic of conversation. You know what I'm saying? Much love to Chloe. Much love to SZA. Much love to everybody that's being discussed,
Dustin
man.
Rhymes.
I just want you to be you, baby. That's it.
Yeah, much love to Lil Baby, man. There's a lot of
Yeah,
niggas trying
Lil
to count
Baby.
you out, my G. Get your money and make sure niggas fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up,
I just
no.
want to see.
Don't fuck
It's
it up.
okay. It's okay to say you want to see a little bit more. I think that's fine.
But that's what we need.
That's
it.
what we
just
need, and that's okay.
That
Yeah,
shit crazy.
man. Man, we at the 2 hour and 7 minute mark, man.
Alright.
Yeah, y'all got something else
I
for me?
love this shit.
What else y'all got for me?
This shit,
I let y'all take it
everything.
wherever y'all want to take it, man. What else y'all got for me? Well, TC, what else you got? You got anything on the way out here for us? You know what I'm saying? What else you got going on for us out here in these streets?
What you got going on?
I ain't got much going on, man. It's been a pleasure having my brother
Man,
Nic
we
Moss
back in
the
this bitch.
city, dog.
When we doing
When we doing what?
back outside?
Back outside. Hey, man, I went to a show at the Dark Room for Miley.
Okay.
My homeboy did a show at the Dark Room. Have you ever been there, bro? It's down by the
Yes.
Fox.
Yes.
I never been there to that. But the dude, I asked him how much it cost to get that venue, and he was like, "You just kind of got to talk to the people. They kind of
it was like
a
12.
venue that's
Okay.
trying to like give up and coming artists
Okay.
a platform if this their first time, and it'll be my first time. And so he wanted to do something. And I thought about the back outside joint coming back. So
I'm ready,
that
bro.
possibly may be a venue where we had to actually have it at G.
All right.
That mug
So
dope.
let's talk to this, bro. So I learned something. I know if we ain't got time.
Are you good? What you got? It's only 10 o'clock.
So look.
11. You tripping? Come on.
So this person, bro, I've been networking a lot, and this guy, his name is L Smooth. Shout out to L Smooth. He was talking about artist swaps.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Where you go to different cities and you talk with people that bring in, a decent amount of crowd. You bring them there, they bring you there,
Right.
and they create like this chitlin circuit. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty dope, bro. You know what I'm saying? But what we're trying to do is we're trying to create this circuit within the regional market of the Midwest, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I think that'll be a great opportunity for us.
that'd be dope.
You'll be able to come out to OKC,
OKC.
Tulsa, Michigan, Dallas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And tap in. Also, I think he got another one in Baton Rouge.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
Baton Rouge, Louisiana?
Yes, but understand this. I would not bring you in a market that does not go with your music. It
your
definitely
audience, right? Yeah.
messes with your audience. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, that's
That's
important.
my thing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's what I was tapping into with him. And he was like, man, understand.
What's the guy name? Who is this?
His name is L Smooth. I'll send you his information.
Okay.
Cool as hell. He an OG. He actually down to be a mentor, man. So shout out to him. And he's gonna show a brother the ropes, man. So
Okay. And what was he once a manager or something? What?
actually, he was a artist, bro. Got Rick Ross on his songs, boy. He got a feature by Rick Ross.
L Smooth.
Just L Smooth, which is cool. Just an OG of OKC, bro. OKC culture, music culture is
Pretty.
oh my God, I love it, bro. They show love, bro, and people, like I said, everybody comes to your shows. You get what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
All cultures, all races. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They
diverse.
tap in. They see something that fly. Cause understand this. The reason I fuck with it is because it's an empty canvas. You know what I'm saying? You can paint a picture. You don't like it, erase that bitch, do it again. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers gonna come to each single one, even if, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they ain't got shit else to do.
Yeah.
So why not, bro? But they so in tune with internet and what's going on, so they would love to see something brought there.
Oh yeah,
Which
that's
is
what's
why I
up.
think it's our area of opportunity.
That's what's up. You gonna be doing some open heart events up there?
Nigga, what? Nigga, I
yeah.
think it's gonna get bigger there than it is here. You know what I'm saying? And we just, you know how we is, St. Louis. Show me.
Show me something before I make it. Before I buy in, basically, shit. That's how it is.
You pop out there, they gonna sell out here easy, bro. That's how I think it's really gonna.
What you think about the sensation of the girl rap culture in St. Louis? Sexy Red, Bossy Vet. Is that her name, man? Yeah. Think about all that.
I want to share my opinion. I just feel like this, man.
Yo, shout out. I say this,
The
bro.
year of respect, like just respect yourself. That's it.
Respect yourself. That's what you gotta
like
say
a
about
lot
that.
of motherfuckers had backlash about like my nigga NLE Chopper holding Suki and whatever Lil Red, whatever.
They heard they weave or whatever, right?
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers tripping, but at the end of the day,
Didn't
these
Lil Mama say
girls,
something about that?
They allowed that to happen.
Right.
You allowed that motherfucker to do. You treat you like a bitch for real. You know what I'm saying? So, if you want to be respected, you gotta respect yourself. And
So you don't like how they portray themselves?
I think all of us. I'm not saying. I think men and women just need to raise their
You say
standards.
that, I can agree.
On how they respect themselves and each other, bruh. And we need to stop being so goddamn divided within us, bruh. And we need to come together and love
I can
each
agree
other.
with that.
Like for real, that's how I feel, bruh.
Yeah.
For real, we need to love each other. This shit got weird. You too
Yeah.
grown for this.
Yeah, no, I didn't know. I didn't see the wave of the female rappers coming out of St. Louis. I mean, probably just because I wasn't aware of them until probably the recent, maybe over the last couple of years, maybe after right after COVID. It's kind of when I was familiar with any of them. I don't know how long they've been doing music, but they definitely seem to be getting some love from actually big artists. Like I seen
What do you think about her music though?
Sexy Red. It's definitely not for me.
Why?
She's like comparable to somebody like Glorilla,
Why?
which is somebody else that ain't for me.
Why?
I mean, bro, my everyday life don't look like.
Why?
It's too fundamental for me, bro.
What you mean about fundamental?
I'm an artist,
What does that mean?
so I have a standard for music.
What's the standard?
Not that. This nigga. But it works. It works because
Why does it work?
Because it's an audience that's looking for
What's
that.
the audience?
Probably young teenage girls.
And
that
what
look
are
like
they
that.
doing?
I guess the stuff she talking about.
They
in her music.
following motherfuckers that sexualize them fucking selves. Stop fucking doing it. God damn it.
All right.
He just said, and see that, and that ain't for
no
me.
different from DaBaby.
What is the baby
Here we
doing?
go.
I'm just different people
I'm
who
ready to
have
stop.
different artists that do stuff. I
What
don't
is he
understand.
doing?
Whatever it is that you're saying,
He's
the
talking
women
about
are
guns
doing.
and drugs and ignorant shit. You're right.
Right.
I totally
Yeah, a
agree.
lot of
It's
stuff
fucking
that
stupid.
some of your
Stop
fa-
talking about that shit too, nigga. We is
Okay.
black excellence out here, nigga. We need to come
Kendrick
together,
Lamar,
bro.
listen to him.
Not necessarily. Well, yeah, but this
Yeah.
is talk about right from just be true to yourself
Right.
and talk positive, especially if you're rich, nigga.
So you don't think
You know what I'm
Sexy
saying?
Red
music they don't.
vagina is what is it? Amber
so-
pink and her booty hole is brown. That's her truth.
That's her
Fake
truth.
stuff going on there.
It is right. You're right. Her pussy
her
is
truth.
pink. Her booty hole's probably
Brown.
bleached. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But I just think there's more important
It's more
things,
things
to talk
she should
about.
be talking about.
That's it.
Yeah,
Challenge yourself.
but who's really you should be
challenge
speaking to?
yourself.
The
Huh?
powers that be, right?
Nah, you should speak to your people because the people is who have the power, right? So if I
You
talk
think
to
so? I don't know about
you, I
that.
know so for a fact.
I don't know, man.
It's power in numbers, bro.
It
That's
is,
It's
bro.
a lot
Art
of
of war.
artists out here
Art
that
of
make
war, bro.
positive
Powers in
music.
numbers, but I'm
Or
saying,
you
you talked
buying
about
their
it earlier.
music.
Art of war.
Say it one more time.
You said what?
It's a lot of people making positive music. Are y'all buying their music?
That's what I'm about to say. People don't.
Anywhere?
Yeah.
Anywhere?
I'm not talking when I talk.
Right.
I am. Bro, I am.
Right. I ain't
listen
never
to
heard
that.
y'all quote them on y'all IGs, quote them on y'all Twitters. Y'all full of it.
Are you
Bro.
talking to me?
I'm talking to the room.
Fuck a Kendrick Lamar. Fuck a Kendrick Lamar, bro. I read this shit. I read a book. You know what I'm saying? Everything on my page is always positive.
Well, what do we consider as positive music, right? What do we draw?
And I agree to that too, bro. All I'm saying is,
so let me say this. I don't necessarily say I would
I'm not talking about
endorse
Kendrick Lamar and nothing like that.
like when you think of positive music.
I'm not saying
I
conscious
say
rap.
I endorse lifestyle music that meets me where I am. So if it's somebody that's talking about they relational
Beautiful.
actual
Beautiful.
things that they've been through and heartbreak.
Beautiful.
That's substance. That's real life. It ain't just talk. And sometimes it may be when I was in college, J. Cole made more music that was more fitting for me as a college student. That's real life music. Positive music. You almost looking at inspirational artists, right?
No, bro, that's not what I mean, though, bro.
So
I'm
that's
just
why I
saying,
said,
be
what's the
true to
criteria?
you. Like the
I'm saying like when
like
she was saying it though. I think you
Well,
may have had an idea.
I might be talking about female positive rap.
Oh, yeah.
Female
Right.
positive rap.
Right.
I do.
So I don't know.
I listen to
I don't know.
I told you Tierra White. I told you Tierra White talk that
They
shit.
listen to Kendrick or whatever like that, but are y'all listening?
Who fault is that though?
Well, it's not a lot. It's not that, but the playing field is different. It's not so much actually real life music with the women.
It's two people.
But
The
have
people
you
that-
researched this though? I'm just asking a question. I'm not
Okay,
attacking
so-
somebody
Tina,
individually.
let me
Tina,
tell you-
I
let me-
agree though. I
Let me
agree to what she said.
I will
though,
tell you
bro.
the people that I listen to that fit that criteria
Okay.
to me. So, like you said, Tink is one of those people that make real life music.
Right.
Melly is another one that's that was an artist that was associated with Tory. She make real life music. Doja Cat, she make real life music,
does.
but also can give you that real cheesy radio friendly music as well.
Rhapsody.
I'm saying the people that I really listen to though. Rhapsody, she does though.
Yeah.
I will give her that as well. But it's only. Crazy thing is, Coi Leray actually is in that same conversation. She makes it's just the stuff that pops is not that. But when you go to her albums, real life music. You know what
Why
I
are
mean?
people not buying into that though?
So I'm gonna say
because
at the end of the day,
it goes back
if
to
you
that.
got a
That's
Coi
it.
Leray, she still sexualizes the fuck
She
out of herself.
over-sexualizes
She
herself.
doesn't share none of the real shit.
It's what Amber was saying. It's
Also,
a lot that's
but
going
I'm not
on, but when
gonna
you
blame
see
it.
her,
No. You gotta.
she's
but check this
objectifying her
out.
body. That's all that come. That's what most.
I'm not trying to do this. But check this out. Also, it comes to the
is.
standard of man, right? So when they objectify themselves, men give that woman attention, bruh. At the end of the day. You are right. I don't disagree. I scroll, I sit there and be like, Coi Leray, goddamn, I fucked the shit out of you. Even though I could sit there and just ignore that.
Will you stop and listen to Rhapsody? Will you give her music a chance?
Yes, I definitely will.
Okay.
Me? Yeah.
So you listen to
I like listening to shit like that, but that's just who I've been like that, though. I can't speak to the person.
But we
How
are
can
men
you-
that's
how-
30 years old. Coi
Right.
Leray ain't making music for us.
No, I'm not sure. I didn't even mention her
it's
name.
not, it's not. That's not what I'm saying.
I'm saying the people that we saying that
Or positive.
overly selling their bodies as their image, and when it comes
Selling
to
your
their
body
music,
is not bad. It's just balance.
but when that's your identity, that's what I'm saying about
That's where it's fucked up.
like when I think of Megan Thee Stallion, I
trying to
think
get
of
to the root.
twerking
That's all I see.
in her vagina.
That's all I see.
When I think
He
of,
said twerking.
I mean, I'm being serious.
That's
when I think
real,
of
bro. Her
Coi Leray,
twerking
we
her
think
vagina.
about her doing all the twerk and putting up the nice pictures on Instagram.
it.
When you think of Ruby Rose, love her to death, but I don't think about her music. She's just her image supersedes her music. That's what the most narrative is for all of the women. I constantly try to say, yo, where's the music at? We already know you look like such and such. If the contest was to be the most beautiful, Instagram models would be winning.
Come
But
on,
then
now.
you have people
You know what I'm saying?
like
Come on
you
now.
have people like Tierra Whack and different people like Rhapsody and different people that have a lot of music
That people don't
But-
pay attention to.
like they should.
Why?
They're not buying it.
We literally talked about
They're
that.
not selling sex.
So
But you also-
if you're saying you're against that and you want people to embrace
not
I'm only
themselves,
one
why
person,
are
my love.
y'all not
I'm not
buying
against
their
it.
music?
I
I'm
do
telling you, I
believe that
listen to it.
image does matter in the
Oh my God,
not
it's
to
not
music.
that,
I don't know. I'm hearing
It's
a lot
not
of
that.
folks
The reason I'm saying
saying
this-
right now. I don't know.
Let me say this because it's not about I'm not even talking about the music. The music really is the backseat to business.
Okay.
So when you talking about the branding and the marketing, like I said, these artists are not making music for 30-year-old men and up. It's mainly a younger age especially when we talking about women, it's not really gonna be for us as men. We gonna look at women. The first thing we're gonna see is like, are they attractive? And then that's the doorway to the music, right? So I think that's why the music business requires an image to be made of something that looks like it's appealing to that's good to
for
them.
women or for women and men.
For both, but it's more of a high maintenance on the women because image so much is about
about 5 people right now that's popular as men
that don't look like much. But I'm saying it's way more of an emphasis on the women image because that's so much of what they are about.
And that's
is their image.
That's all I'm saying.
So why
I'm
do you
just
think
trying
like
to
a
get
nigga
an
like-
understand. I'm just asking questions.
What you got?
I was gonna say, like, why do you think a nigga like Frank Ocean is popping? Like, just real quick.
His music is otherworldly, bro. He don't have some people are the exception, and he's in that small percentage of the exception. Sonically, we've never heard the things he's presenting in this era. There's nobody that I can say, you know what? They can give me Frank Ocean. There's nobody that can give me that. There really isn't. So when you're talking about the Frank Ocean of the world and he don't have to show his face, it works in his favor because it's a certain
I don't know.
see what you got. What you got, Ams? You got something over there?
Me.
It ain't you. What you got? What about you, Am? You mind grabbing them keys right there, please, ma'am? I'm just trying to see if we rocking. Just hit that for me, please. Do yours sound like that? All right, it's gone. So what I'm saying is, though, bro, somebody like a Frank, it almost works in his favor because TC say this a lot. It's back in the old age where artists wasn't so accessible that every time they poked their head out, it was alluring, it was breathtaking. Every time they gave you an offering of music, we ran to it. He doesn't make himself accessible to the internet. So he's one of those guys. And then his music, he pretty much delivers every time he come out the door. Kendrick Lamar. I always say he drops music every 5 years and goes back to his corner. So every time he come back out, we look. His image don't even matter because he keep the emphasis on the music. Opposed to somebody that's posting on Instagram every day and they just only really exemplifying their body. We not even trip. Or you an artist or you an IG model. You got OnlyFans that's diluting the brand. That's why you can't do that.
That word diluting meant a lot.
It is. It's diluting the brand. It's not as potent. So we don't.
So where we only look, motherfuckers. That's where motherfuckers like Chris. Well, not saying Chris Brown, but he had a point where I got hella followers, but my album ain't selling nearly as much as the people that follow me. Right? You know what I'm saying? To me, that's the diluting.
They say that about a lot of
image.
artists, male and female. I see that a lot.
Nicki Minaj. She's another one.
I didn't want to name, but I was just saying, like,
And you
they
got
say,
over
like,
100 million followers.
Yeah, she should be doing
Fuck is
100K.
going
they
on?
run to the comments, the barbs, but they're saying that they're not buying her music.
Doesn't
I don't know.
translate.
I don't look at her like record
week,
sales
yeah.
like that. Yeah, but
The world is fucking
I
up,
think
basically.
I think that is weird to have 350 million followers. I'm just using a brand
Numbers, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Why aren't people buying the music or streaming the music or doing whatever they do to have their favorite artist that they go to back foreign comments, that they do all this stuff for? A lot of these artists aren't doing the streams, aren't doing the record sales, and now it's even trickling over into ticket sales.
Yeah.
For tours. So what is the disconnect?
The disconnect is the artists with their
That's what y'all
fans.
said the first time.
They're not keeping their attention on the main thing, which is the music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got a podcast, right? I know people gonna come at me, right? I have a podcast, right? In like indirectly, I somewhat jeopardize me as an artist because I do too much. Some people may know me bigger as a podcaster than an artist. Okay. Oh, he do music. Mm-hmm. But look, my platform is not as big as Nicki Minaj. I don't have an Apple Music front page podcast with Apple. So you on there making headlines and making news and on Twitter. We're not even tripping off if the Queen album about to drop off. Who's the next guest and who you about to go off on? That's what we more bought into that.
But now we have even more people coming out with radio shows. You have Lotto that's getting ready to have some on Apple
And that's
Music
gonna fuck her up.
Different people.
It already dropped.
Can I ask y'all this? Is that going to be bad for her while she's still building her career?
I'm not sure.
From what Bro Point was to me, it makes sense that
the thing is
came in and dominated.
So let me say
so
this.
I don't know.
If she can keep her head
So let me say this.
Lotto?
Yes.
Lotto, okay.
It's a certain way you have to do it. Like so like I said, I just gave an instance where it can be indirectly affecting me, maybe in a bad way. But if you actually are bought into this, you're actually in it for the content and not other agendas.
Oh, man.
Like a Carisha Please, right? She's pretty much doing the same thing, and it's done well.
It's done.
But we also still.
The music, you think?
That's what I'm about to say. So when it comes to a Young Miami feature or a song or whatever, we still are gonna go. I'm not necessarily saying me, but her core still was considerably going to go respect it and give it a listen because she's not making so much noise in that podcast lane that we forget that she's still Young Miami. She's still having. She's not. Yeah, on City Girls.
Yeah.
She's not dropping a podcast every week or every even month.
But what it did help, I think, her doing Carisha Please was just her brand as a whole as Young Miami or Carisha. Because now she got the game. Then what's the game she got?
What you talking about now?
Is it called Carisha Please or Carisha Roulette or something like that? Yeah, she got the
you
game.
talking about the card game?
Sold out. Then she's finna get ready to come out with some type of bikini or pearl or lingerie or something like that.
And all that other
she's
stuff.
acting, and even if people consider her acting bad or good, which a lot of people thought it was bad, they was trashing her. It still kept her name in people's mouth. So one thing that Carisha Please did do for her at least was build her brand. Yep. I don't know if it helped the music.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
well, I don't think it took away from the music still.
That's my fear for Lotto because I have watched Lotto get on the internet. Y'all do too much. If I do one, danged it if I do. Danged if I don't. She kind of cares too much. So I'm interested to see how she's going to handle the radio and podcast world because it's a different world. Joe was really done with music when he got
it was like his next chapter.
This is what he was doing. This was his next chapter. So I'm trying to see, are we going to have these artists make authentic podcasts, authentic radio shows like a Joe while he's number one, going back to him, is because he kind of put the music as the back burner. Yeah. A lot of these people coming out with shows trying to figure out how to keep their name in people's mouth. Yeah. But is it going to last is the question. Are you going to be able to make your mark in this industry, in radio, in podcasting, while you still want to be a big mega music star? And a lot of music artists cannot say that.
I agree. And they gotta know that before they start. They got I guess you can on a way, but it can't be from a place where it's not authentically like, yo, you know what? I authentically want to make a podcast imprint that speaks to the podcast world. Not you can merge your core. But you can't be just trying to blend this with your music career. It needs to be separate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be acting like you still Lotto as the podcaster.
Can I ask you, as
long as the music is good, it's going.
As a musician, has that been hard for y'all to separate doing podcasting, radio, and all the different endeavors that you do with your music? Can you separate the two?
And the reason
I love them separately. Yeah.
Okay.
What you mean?
Like it doesn't ever feel like one is in competition with the other.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like one is something totally different.
I agree.
And the joy I get from like this is like almost like literally doing what I would do in real life with cameras on. Yeah. I'm not looking at it like I'm trying to manufacture something. And I happen to have people let me know like, yo, bro, you should do such and such. And it had me say, well, I think I can be dope at this. And I honestly enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And I honestly think this is something I feel like my music doesn't necessarily always speak to. It's just another way of using my voice. Yeah. Like I feel like that's the most powerful thing I got is my voice. Yeah, so if it's through video content, that's another layer of what I'm doing.
Talk your shit, my nigga.
And then you have the podcast, and then you have music.
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't view even my voice as that. I used to just think music is what the thing that I was doing and not seeing the power and the voice behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now I just look at all these things as like ways to just kind of dispense the way I use my voice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I do really.
So it's not hard to really separate them, and they don't really compete with each other. But if somebody's getting into it with the wrong reasons, like you have concerns with Lotto, you know, it can take away from her music as she is as the musician. Yeah.
And I hope that's not. I think it's because her music is not
wrong in that instance. I hope she.
I don't think it's at the level of where people could separate it. I think it's easy for somebody to be able to ignore her music if this is good because it's not at an exceptional level, in my opinion. If your music is at an exceptional level, bruh, it will
always win.
Come
for
on.
sure.
Joe only win it because he knew his shit was average. To me, I'm sorry, bruh. That's why he quit. You know what I'm saying? He saw, oh, this ain't doing shit, next move. You know what I'm saying? But if you know that you have that skill level and you know your music is at that level, bro, you wouldn't even worry about it. I feel that way because you know you equally as good or, you know, you may be better at this or better at this, but either way, you still elite on both ways, bro.
And that's how I see it. Like this is not in competition with that. Like,
I agree.
Whatever I put my foot in, I'm trying to be the best me at that.
Okay.
Period.
I'm not trying to be like, oh, this is in competition with that, so let me.
And you're not doing it because of a wave, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I think this naturally worked. I saw him doing this on like after church sessions with our other homies and everything. Y'all been podcasting before you put it on camera.
Yeah, we just had to see it. For me, Joe was that. Like when I seen what Joe did, I'm like, bro, we literally do this every day.
Every
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, I know this is good content, and this is the era where video is everything. So, you know, bring it to the platforms. I love YouTube, man. I love all that shit, bro.
Even with me, I would say coming from a different side. To some people, I can be a bit of a feminist sometimes. You know, what?
I love your feminist side.
No, but I think it has a lot to do with kind of what I saw growing up, and then different things. So I kind of can come off to sometimes people that I'm only taking up for women. And I don't want it to be seen that way, but at the same time, if it's that way, then it's that way because it's me being honest about my viewpoint or whatever. But even me trying to break into acting or directing or filmmaking, you know, it's just like with doing the podcast, it's doing something that I've always kind of done with my bro, and that's kind of I don't know if we debate or argue, but I don't know
it's
whether
always
you
been
call
a debate, baby, for sure.
Because we've always had such different viewpoints, but it just kind of molded into something else that the three of us started together. And then once we moved it to more interviews. So it's interesting to see it back today, how natural it came out for us to have a conversation, the four of us, because Ams is always she behind the camera. But
Ams don't say nothing in them interviews, baby.
Family, man, we back.
I love Amber's mind because the thing I can say about Amber, I can say about Moss, I can say about Word. Y'all going to give y'all honest opinion without a second thought, and I love that. And that's a place that I had to come to. I wasn't always here where I felt comfortable being super honest about my opinion. But now it's just like, you ask me anything, I'm going to give you my honest answer, whether you like it or not.
Real talk. On me.
Yeah, that's the element of podcasting that I can kind of see when I look at people podcasts. Like, you know when somebody is bringing themselves to the podcast opposed to trying to perform for the camera.
Right.
That's always been my biggest thing. Like, bring who you are and not try to perform for the camera. Like,
we've seen it time and time with people.
Give a fuck.
With people on different reality shows, podcasts, they turn up different ways for different people. How people act on the Breakfast Club is not how they act on Drink Champs. How people act with Joe Budden is not how they act when they go on the Kelly Clarkson show. It's different. But then you have some people, like a Marlon Wayans. If y'all have never seen him on the media market, he is himself in every area that he goes into. That's why I respect him.
Yeah.
He's not going to change because he's on a black platform, white platform, or whatever platform. He's going to be himself, and it's people like that inspire me to be more vocal. Just even Word. Because sometimes I'll be like, what is he saying? Oh, especially with you. I'll be like, what is he saying? I don't agree. But at the end of the day, man, I can appreciate the honesty. That's why I'm here with you guys.
That's what we do, man.
That's why I'm here with them.
Gotta keep it a B, man. Let me get us some air horns and some bombs on the way out of this bitch. Wish we had some shots to pull up.
Man, I'm finna go get some more, it seems like.
But we gonna make sure we live. If it's one thing about damage control, niggas is gonna live, baby. They gonna live. They gonna live.
Oh, wait, for everybody. For everybody, nigga, let's go.
Hey, man.
I love
closing
this.
remarks.
It was
dope to have Nic Moss back in the building. Shout out to the OKC family that's been housing the Brody.
Hey, hold on, no. Dez, I said I was gonna shout you out, bro. Dez is a dope ass individual. She literally called me earlier today. She said, "Are you going?" I got you, my nigga. Dez is a huge person. She has total access. She's networked and became the queen of hip hop of OKC and Tulsa. She's not an artist, but she just is one of those people that can put you in different places. She's dope. So shout out to you, Dez. That's
Charger for me, my G. My bad.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Shout out to you.
This charge on your camera right here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything gonna be lost. Oh, shit, it'd be crazy.
That should have pissed niggas off. You hear me, bro?
Yeah, man. Well, shout out to Dan. Shout out to Tulsa. Shout out to OKC. Any last remarks, TC? What you got for us?
Hey, God is good. He's great. He's intentional, and I love all this. I love
for
y'all.
Sure.
I love y'all.
God is good. It's been a great episode. This was episode 6.
Thank you, brother.
For sure, my G. Cats already know. It's been good having the Brody back in town.
I'm gonna come to you after.
You know what I'm saying? we gonna take this shit on the road this year too, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We taking this shit on the road. The first stop maybe in OKC. Oh, you in OKC or Tulsa?
Oh, OKC. That'll be G.
Oh yeah, for sure. Gotta do that. Why not?
Ooh, that's so smart. One more.
Give
me them, boy. Yes.
Hey, why not, man? I'm on the road for a couple cities this year with both podcasts. You see what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yeah,
smart.
man. Expect more guests, man. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, make sure y'all go check that out, man. It's been some dope stories and, you know, really just being in the space of telling other people's stories, man, and giving them their flowers while they here. You know what I'm saying? You never know when cats is going to be the last time you see or hear from them. So trying to make sure that's a part of the mission for your boy. And, man, shout out to everybody that's in the comment section. Showing us love on the DSPs, man. Make sure y'all hit the likes on these videos. Hit the subscribe button on What's the Word? Because this is now on What's the Word channel, man. And everybody that's been showing love, shout out to y'all. Know what time it is, man. It's your boy Word. TC in the building.
Oh, yeah.
Nic Moss. We out of here, baby. Yeah.